as you have Fulsher for its first year ever in Class 6A, 10-0 on the season, and they're taking on Katy Paetow, which is they were the second best playoff qualifier with an enrollment size to put them in Class 6A Division 1. But Paetow has some awesome talent. You are never, ever going to face a Katy ISD opponent in the first round of the playoffs that's not a quality opponent. So this is going to be tough for the Fulsher Chargers, and if they can get past this first round game, then next week they would play against either Houston Lamar or Cy-Fair. But first things first, you can't ever take anyone lightly, especially when your first round opponent is a Katy ISD team. So I'm Roger Smith, and Christina Weber joins me as the silent partner inside the mothership at Vype World Headquarters, and we're going to bring you the Countdown to Kickoff show featuring both head coaches, David Hicks of Paetow and Nick Kudi of Fulsher. Our coverage is brought to you by Xfinity, First Hiren Automotive, Leonetti Graphics, League One Volleyball, also known as LOVB.com, where they will start their inaugural season in January, and the Houston team will be based right here in Fort Bend County and play its home matches at the Fort Bend Epicenter. And we're also brought to you in part by the Volleyball School. And speaking of volleyball, we're going to be keeping you up to date on what the Fulsher girls are doing in their Region 3 final championship match against Katy Cinco Ranch. They're over at the Merrill Center right now, and I got good news. They have won the first 2 sets. Oh, that is so awesome. I want those Fulsher girls to have smiles on their faces and come over to this stadium before the game is over, and hopefully we can get an in-game interview with them. So we're getting you ready for the football playoff game between Fulsher and Paetow, and we'll keep you abreast on what is going on at the Merrill Center in the Volleyball Regional Championship. So if Fulsher wins tonight over Katy Cinco Ranch, they need to win 2 more matches and they are state champions. But enough about that. We'll step aside and be back with Coach David Hicks of the Paetow Panthers on VypeFortBend.com.
Ooh, we got a question. Brian W. asks, it's the holiday season and I'm looking for deals. Is Xfinity having a Black Friday sale?
Well, Brian, we got you covered. Get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Just ask us how. Plus, you can also get fast, reliable Xfinity Internet with a line of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited for a great low price.
So don't wait. Bring home a new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence.
And connect to reliable 5G and Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on Xfinity Mobile.
That's a big deal.
More like a gig deal.
Now through December 3rd, ask how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us with an unlimited Plus line. Plus, get Xfinity Gigabit Internet with free Wi-Fi equipment for only $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add unlimited mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale to learn more. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires Xfinity Gateway. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Gig speeds available via hotspots to Xfinity Mobile customers only. Reduced speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Actual Internet speeds and data thresholds may vary.
Welcome to the Countdown to Kickoff show, the first Friday night of the postseason. It is Fulsher hosting the Paetow Panthers, and it's time to visit with David Hicks, head coach of the Panthers. And coming out of Katy ISD, I know there is never a time when Katy's going to send a team to the 6A playoffs that's not a quality team. Tell us why Fulsher should be concerned about playing you tonight.
Main thing is just the team itself. You know, I think we're battle tested. You know, again, like you said, playing the Katy ISD, I think we've seen these nights. We've seen playoff nights. I don't think you find a better district. You know, and I think you have a great group of kids. Right now we're senior led and player led, and I think they're bought in. I think we're locked in, ready to go.
All right, so I don't think this matters too much. We got a really good surface to play on, but has your team ever played a game here in Traylor Stadium?
No, sir. No, sir. We never played Traylor Stadium, but we have played in spring, which is, you know, it's still that hour drive. You know, I don't think anything changes outside of what we do. So,
did you say it was an hour drive to get here? Or that means we need to work on our traffic.
Yeah, 99 is pretty tough. 99 is pretty tough. You know, right around that Cinco Ranch area is pretty stuffed up now.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. Okay, Coach Hicks, one other thing I wanted to ask you about. You know, Paetow, very early in its history as a school, got a state championship. And How much does that mean now? It's been a few years, but is it something that is sometimes in your players' minds? Do you have something that they see each day that kind of reminds them that the team has won a championship?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a part of mine. I think it's still a part of a winning tradition that we just try to uphold. You know, we say it was a long time ago, but really, you know, these kids here, you know, a lot of them were in our feeder pattern in 8th, some in 9th grade. So, you know, it wasn't too long ago for us. It's still short term, and, you know, a lot of them have brothers, have siblings, you know, and that were on that team. So a lot of them just don't want to let anybody down, and they just play for the community and just keep that winning edge.
Well, sometimes history repeats itself, but I know that you have no interest in history repeating itself. I look at Fulsher, a school that has a large enrollment, just like Paetow, has a lot of athletic talent, and they're looking to gain that state championship. But of course, you want it to be not in 2024.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that is that's definitely the things that we want. That's definitely the plan, to come out here and just execute, play hard, and just play our brand of football and bring just a championship mindset.
Very nice. Thank you, Coach Hicks. Appreciate the visit.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, we'll be back and we'll talk with Nick Kudi, head coach of your Fulsher Chargers. VypeFortBend.com is your one and only broadcast home for Fort Bend County High School sports. Glad to have you with us. Also glad to have with me Christina Weber, the silent partner inside the mothership at Vype World headquarters. And we're brought to you by Xfinity, First Tyron Automotive, Leonetti Graphics, and League One Volleyball, LOVB.com. We'll be right back with Coach Kudi as the Countdown to Kickoff show rolls on VypeFortBend.com.
Be the first to know. Sign up for the First Tyron Automotive email updates and be the first to hear about exclusive promotions and special offers. Plus, get a $10 off coupon for your next service just for joining. First Tyron Automotive always treats you like family and puts you first. $15 off your next battery purchase and $75 off service totaling $500 or more. Head to the website for even more specials and to set your appointment. FirstTyronAuto.com. First Tyron Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 26 years. Get to one of First Tyron Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTyronAuto.com.
Mark your calendars. Professional volleyball is coming to Houston in January 2025. Led by Houston's newest pro team, Love Houston Volleyball, get ready for non-stop action as some of the world's best players take the court. Featuring Olympic medalists Micah Hancock and Jordan Thompson, Love Houston is ready to compete for the season's first championship title. Get your tickets now for this historic first season. Visit LOVB.com today. Volleyball is the next major league.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to the Countdown to Kickoff show, the first Friday night of the playoff season, the postseason, as the Fulsher Chargers are hosting Katy Paetow. This is the new frontier, Class 6A playoffs, taking on Katy ISD teams. Coach Nick Kudi is with me. And describe the week of practice that you had, and did you do things basically the same as other weeks, or was it more intense?
No, it's the same. You might actually shorten practice a little bit because of the time and where you're at and the darkness. The daylight savings time thing hit you. And so, for the most part, it's, do what we do, have a good time doing it, make these kids realize that Texas high school football is different. And there's a different energy in the air. It's exciting. And this is going to be an exciting football game.
Every bit as different as when you switch from the NBA regular season to the playoffs. That's a totally different ball game. Now, I'm going to talk about one silly thing. This is radio. People can't see it, but you have a mustache. It looks pretty good. I had one when I was in college. It looked terrible. I wish someone had told me to cut it off or held me down and cut it off. But why the mustache tonight?
It's mustache season. That's playoff season. It's my daughter saw me. I shaved on Thursday, and my daughter saw me, my youngest, and she goes, she actually cried. She hated it. She's 9. And my oldest told me that Mario and Luigi had a love child when I was born. So, but it's kind of a thing. We all do it. For the first game, we all do mustaches. It started like 4 years ago, and it really stuck. It just stuck. And so it's cool. It's kind of something fun our coaches do, and we have a good time doing it.
All right, so we know Paetow is good, even though they did lose their final regular season game against Jordan. What is it that they do best on offense, and what must you do to stop it?
Offensively, I think they do a good job. The offensive line's really good, well coached. Running backs are special. They've got special talents. They've got special athletic ability. Defensively, their defensive line is bar none some of the best I've seen in a while. They got a free safety committed to A&M who can play football. They've got a couple D linemen who are really impressive. Number 0 and number 98. I also think number 9. I think his name is Nick Elko. I think he's a player. So it's going to be fun. I mean, it's a good matchup up front, and I think that's where people are going to get the view tonight.
You mentioned Elko, the very player I was looking for here on the roster. He's not related to the A&M head coach, but I understand Coach Mike Elko would probably want to adopt him, and he's that good.
I think he's freaking good. I don't know how many offers he's got, but there's something special about a kid that can line up, call the defense on the D-line, move people around, and still make plays.
All right, and as for your team, everybody good to go? Injury situation and health, not going to keep anybody off the field, right?
Everybody's healthy, ready to play some football. Let's get after it. It's playoff season.
All right. I'd like to keep talking, but, we got to get this thing kicked off. Coach Kudi, good luck tonight.
Appreciate you.
And we know it's not going to be easy taking on these Paetow Panthers. A state champion one time when they were almost brand new. Sounds like a really good idea for another fairly new school that I know. 2 of them, actually, Randall and Fulsher, both capable, I think. But it starts with the first step. Glad to have you with us, and I am also glad to be joined by Christina Weber. She is the silent partner inside the mothership at Vype World headquarters. And our broadcast tonight is brought to you, as always, by Xfinity, home of the 10G Next Generation Network, only from Xfinity. The future starts now. By First Hiron Automotive, 4 great Fort Bend County locations, including one in Katy Cinco Ranch for all you Fulsher fans. We're brought to you by Leonetti Graphics, the official banner provider of VipeFortBend.com. And we're also brought to you by LOVB.com. That's Love Houston Professional Volleyball. It's the new major league, and they'll start up their new league with the Houston team performing their home matches in the Fort Bend epicenter. So it's right here in Fort Bend County. That's Love Houston. Can't wait for it to start in January. We'll be right back to kick it off. Paetow and Fulsher, 6A Division I playoffs.
We are the volleyball school with 3 locations, Katy, the Woodlands, and our newest in Richmond on West Belfort. We have the best developmental volleyball program in Fort Bend. We have the high-level training you need to get on the top club and school teams, and you'll have fun doing it. Our Richmond facility is at 18120 West Belfort. Visit thevolleyballschool.com and come train with us.
We appreciate the volleyball school throughout the volleyball season, supporting us and helping us present Tuesday night volleyball every single week. And we've got some great news for you, but first I'm going to tell you something that is required by the UIL. Attention football fanatics, don't miss out on the opportunity to be part of Texas football history, where dreams are realized, legends are born, and where unforgettable moments unfold before your very eyes. Mark your calendars for the UIL State Football Championships, December 18th through 21st at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where the best teams from 6-man to 6A leave it all on the field in the hopes of being a champion. For the latest updates and ticket information, head over to uiltexas.org/football. Again, that's uiltexas.org/football. And speaking of UIL playoffs, there's something I need to tell you about. It's all good news. Okay, so thanks to Justin Crocker, he's the police officer at Fulsher High School. He's also escorted the girls, in that police unit that goes out in front of the bus. He has escorted them to the Merrill Center tonight, where they are playing their regional championship match against Katy Cinco Ranch. And Fulsher is up 2-1. They won the first one, 25-21. Then they won 26-24 although I might have that out of order, set 1 and set 2. But they're up 2 sets to none, and they are leading 16-11 in the third. So they are threatening to sweep the Cinco Ranch team that, according to Texas Girls Coaches Association, which updates its rankings even during the playoffs, had Katy Cinco Ranch ranked number 1 in the state. Not just Division 1, actually it is Division 1. But still, they had Katy Cinco Ranch number 1, but the Fulsher girls are 9 points away from eliminating them. And I tell you that to tell you this: if the Fulsher girls go ahead and finish that match off and get the victory, first thing is that they're going to be playing Austin Westlake in the state semifinals. I'm thinking it would be Tuesday night. Don't know where it will be, but I'll tell you what, Coach Sidney Zimmerman is pretty good with the coin tosses and things like that. So I would hope that it would be at the Katy Merrill Center or something like that. If it's not, it might be in Aggie land. Who knows? But I'll tell you what, VypeFortBend.com will be there to broadcast it for you. And I also hope that the girls can win that match and get over here and come to the stadium to cheer on the football team, and that some of them will come up top to the concourse here at Traylor Stadium and give us an in-game interview. All right, so as you probably could tell, the Fulsher team has come onto the field, and Katy Paetow is running out as well. They have a huge squad. They have, it seems like, about 50 guys who have duplicate numbers. Those are call-ups just to look intimidating. And they are a pretty impressive team. They've got the white uniforms with the Carolina blue numbers and stripes outlined in black. And they got the helmets, white helmets with the Paetow logo on either side. Fulsher is all black. In fact, it is really hard to tell Randall apart from Fulsher. Black pants, black jerseys with silver numbers, and black helmets with the horse logo on either side. We'll step aside one more time and be back and kick it off. Paetow against Fulsher on VypeFortBend.com.
Ooh, we got a question. Brian W. asks, it's the holiday season and I'm looking for deals. Is Xfinity having a Black Friday sale?
Well, Brian, we got you covered. Get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Just ask us how. Plus, you can also get fast, reliable Xfinity internet with a line of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited for a great low price.
So don't wait. Bring home a new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence.
And connect to reliable 5G and Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on Xfinity Mobile.
That's a big deal.
More like a gig deal.
Now through December 3rd, ask how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us with an unlimited Plus line. Plus, get Xfinity Gigabit Internet with free Wi-Fi equipment for only $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add unlimited mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale to learn more. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires Xfinity Gateway. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Gig speeds available via hotspots to Xfinity Mobile customers only. Reduced speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Actual internet speeds and data thresholds may vary.
Professional volleyball is coming to Houston this January. Featuring Olympic medalists Micah Hancock and Jordan Thompson, Love Houston Volleyball is Houston's newest professional team. Get ready to watch some of the world's best volleyball players, from Olympic medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars, with the action kicking off on January 9th. Visit lovb.com for more information and tickets for Love Houston matches. Volleyball is the next major league.
Be the first to know. Sign up for the First Tire and Automotive email updates and be the first to hear about exclusive promotions and special offers. Plus, get a $10 off coupon for your next service just for joining. First Tire and Automotive always treats you like family and puts you first. $15 off your next battery purchase and $75 off service totaling $500 or more. Head to the website for even more specials and to set your appointment. FirstTireandAuto.com. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 26 years. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
The fans are cheering here at Traylor Stadium, not just because we're about to play an important football game and the Fulsher Charger team needs our support. They were just told that the Fulsher girls have won their regional championship match against Cinco Ranch in a sweep. They made it 25-18 in the third set, and they are celebrating right now, and pretty soon, hopefully, they will be headed over to Traylor Stadium, and we'll get to see them. And I hope that they will come up and join us. All right, the captains for the Fulsher Chargers, I didn't get them all lined up, but it looks like Chance Bryant, outstanding offensive lineman. Sheldon Rice. Yeah, they're standing sideways now, so that's why I can't tell exactly. Bill Stevens is our referee, and here's what he says. All right, that's refreshing. A team wins the toss and says, we want the football. By the way, Jerome Drain, one of the captains. As I said, Sheldon Rice, Patrick Broadway, and Chance Bryant. Okay, we are ready to go. Katy Paetow will kick it off from the east end of the stadium. And they'll have a pretty good wind at their back, so that's a good choice for the first quarter. We are ready to rock from Traylor Stadium, and you couldn't ask for better football weather. What you could ask is for some folks who came a little underdressed, you know, they're just wearing a t-shirt and shorts. At the end of the evening, they may not be very comfortable. It's 65 right now. That's not cold, but the temperature is going to drop and the wind might continue. All right, so deep to receive for Fulsher is Zane Smith and also Fred Hicks. And also going back deep, Mike Brown. He is the freshman sensation. And you know, freshman sensation Mike Brown and also Fred Hicks, both freshmen back there. They are the deepest ones standing between the 5 and the 10-yard line. Pretty decent crowd from Paetow. Not a hard trip to make. It just takes a long time when you use the Grand Parkway. Omar Yagi going to kick off for the Katy Paetow Panthers, and here we go. A lot of the Fulsher fans on their feet. The kick is in the air. And it comes down to number 19, Fred Hicks. Up the left hash marks, gets out to the 30, beats a man, 40, 45, 50, near sideline, and finally wrestled out just beyond the Paetow 40. Welcome to the club, Fred Hicks. Ethan Zimmerman saved a touchdown. Hicks found a little sliver of daylight, and he headed for the sideline, and there was just great blocking for him throughout that kickoff return, and they mark him at the 38, first down and 10 for the Chargers. Ryland Forks is the quarterback, and he's in a pistol formation with Patrick Broadway behind him and Zane Smith to his right. Fake handoff, drop back, Forks throws, and the pass is incomplete off the hands of Braden Kennedy, who was a little bit open near the 18-yard line. Breaking it up there was Jaden Spellman of Paetow, 2nd and 10. All right. Little trickeration, a little unusual something going on because Ryland Forks has stepped off the field, and it looks like Zane Smith is going to go under center. And we'll have Broadway behind him, Mike Brown and Braden Kennedy off to the right side of the formation, and on the left side, it's an H-back, Creighton Dickey. And now they move the tight end over to the right side, and that is Trey Jametta. Smith takes the handoff, and he just keeps it himself around the right side, pushing away tacklers, gets to the 35, keeps fighting, gets to the 33. That's a pickup of 5, and it'll be 3rd down and 5 to go. I'm looking at Ryland Forks, and he is staying on the sideline right next to the offensive coordinator, David Meggett. Fulsher moving from right to left here in the first quarter. They gave Zane Smith 4 yards on that previous play, so it's 3rd and 6. They run that same formation with Zane taking the snap. Same play over the right side, fighting for the first down. He's got it inside the 30 to the 27-yard line, and that'll move the sticks. It's a first down. Think of First Tyrant Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttyrantauto.com. and they brought back the horsey sound effect. I love that. All right, 4 receivers. Quads to the near side. Broadway, Brown, Jametta, and Kennedy. Still Zane Smith under center with Creighton Dickey behind him. Paetow jumps, and Smith's going to throw it. Lofts one toward the sideline, and it's picked off by Paetow, but I think Fulsher is going to get bailed out because Paetow jumped across. They'll be guilty of offsides. I think this is the biggest Fulsher crowd that I have seen here at Traylor Stadium. Lots of excitement about the playoffs. They've been in Class 6A for 11 weeks. By the way, that is Carmelo Brooks. And he is one heck of a football player, but fortunately for Fulsher, his miscue helps the Chargers out, so a 5-yard penalty moves the ball to the 21. First down and 5 to go, and still Zane Smith under center. 4 receivers on the left side, and Zane runs it to the left. He's got a lot of room. He's pushing people down, and he gets to the 6. It'll be first and goal for the Chargers. Yet another first down. Think of First Tyrant Automotive. For all your car care needs, check them out, firsttyrantauto.com. They have a location in Katy, Cinco Ranch, and I would appreciate it if you need something done for your car to keep it running at its very best, new tires, whatever, just tell them you listen to VypeFortBend.com. We appreciate their support. First and goal from the 6. Zane Smith running left into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. It took them less than 2 minutes. 10:02 to go in the first quarter, and they're on top by a score of 6-0. By the way, if you happen to be headed from the Merrill Center over here to Traylor Stadium, first of all, drive carefully, and second, don't be so giddy that you lose control of the car, because the girls just made their way into the Final Four of state volleyball, and it's a 2-point conversion try. Zane Smith keeps pushing over the left side. Looked like they were going to bottle him up, but he kept going, stayed on his feet into the end zone, and that 2-point conversion makes it 8-0. So anyway, by the way, if any of those girls are driving themselves, please be careful. These are the times to remember, because they will not last forever. But I certainly hope they can come to the stadium. They've already announced that they beat Katy Cinco Ranch tonight in a sweep. The crowd loved it. They roared their approval, and I can't wait to see them all come in together. All right, we'll be back after this break, and Fulsher will kick it off. They lead 8-0.
Be the first to know. Sign up for the First Tyrant Automotive email updates and be the first to hear about exclusive promotions and special offers. Plus, get a $10 off coupon for your next service just for joining. First Tyrant Automotive always treats you like family and puts you first. $15 off your next battery purchase and $75 off service, totaling $500 or more. Head to the website for even more specials and to set your appointment. FirstTyrantAuto.com. First Tyrant Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 26 years. Get to one of First Tyrant Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTyrantAuto.com.
You never know what Fulsher's going to do on a kickoff. Peyton Tucker kicks it deep, and it's going to bounce into the end zone on one hop, and it'll be a touchback.
To kick out of the end zone, it will come to the 25-yard line. It will be the Panthers' first.
So we'll see what these Fulsher Chargers have cooked up on defense against the Katy Paetow Panthers. Now, Fulsher went undefeated, and Paetow had a really strong season, but they did lose their final game. In fact, their final 2 games. They lost to the Katy Tigers in the 9th game, and that's no shame in that. Seems like everybody loses to the Katy Tigers. But then after that, they lost to Jordan. And they got beat pretty bad last week. I don't know if that was a hangover from the Katy Tigers game or what, but we'll see how they perform on offense. Okay, here we go. Jackson Farrar, their quarterback, hands it off straight up the middle, and it's going to be a gain of about 3 over the right side. First carry was Curtis Zeno. He's a sophomore and a good-looking running back. Making a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8. 3 receivers near side of the formation. Farrar in the spread. Now they move everybody over to the left on 2nd and 8. Farrar fakes the handoff, rolls left, wants to pass. The left-hander throws near the sideline, and he's got his man for a 1st down at the 36.
Pass by Jackson Farrar is incomplete.
That is DeQuaylen Lott. He's a senior receiver that moves the sticks. It's a first down. Think of First Tyrant Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttyrantauto.com. Farrar hands it off straight ahead, and that's going to be a big gain for Paetow inside Fulsher territory and down to the 44. Joshua Scott. Is that who that was? Nope, they handed it to Curtis Zeno again. Fulsher lining up with a 4-man defensive front, 3 with their hands on the ground. Farrar fumbles, the ball is loose, bug on the rug, and Fulsher has it. It's a scoop, they're running it down. It is Caleb Augustus inside the 35, 20, and dragged down inside the 15-yard line. Big play by the Fulsher defense, an unforced error by Paetow. Tyler Washington wrestled Caleb Augustus down and got him out of bounds. But instant red zone offense for the Fulsher Chargers. When Fulsher started the game, Ryland Forks was at quarterback, and after that first play, they moved him out of there, and they've been running plays where Zane Smith takes the snap, and they've been running a bludgeoning running game. They did have Zane Smith throw a pass. It was intercepted, but fortunately for Fulsher, it was wiped out by an offside penalty. Zane Smith runs right, burrows forward, gets across the 10, and they mark him right there at the 10. Pickup of 5, 2nd down and 5. Fulsher already up 8-0. And Zane Smith, whose mom says he hasn't had his hair cut since the 2nd grade, has big blonde locks. I don't know if locks is the right word. It's very straight. It covers up his entire jersey number on the back. He runs left. Very simple play. Very powerful. His teammates pushing him. The pile moves inside the 5 and all the way down to the 1. Oh my goodness. It looked like it was going to stop at the 5. There's a lot of bumping and grinding going on, but it is 1st and goal for the Fulsher Chargers, already leading 8-0, and now they go with that quad formation. 4 receivers on the near side: Brown, Broadway, Kennedy, and Jametta. Creighton Dickey lined up right behind Zane Smith. He's probably wondering, will I ever get the football? Zane Smith running straight over the right side. He dives. Is he in? Yes! Touchdown, Chargers! All right, it's time for another 2-point play, I guess, and they bring in Demarius Froh. You know, Demarius Froh he's kind of the second fiddle running back, but the thing is, if he was on another team, he would be the top guy. Patrick Broadway, however, is kind of the headliner running back. So now we're going to go out of the shotgun formation, but it's still, it's Creighton Dickey who takes the snap. He runs right. He's into the end zone. No, was he stopped short? He was stopped short. It looked like he was right there. So that 2-point play fails, but Fulsher leads 14-0. 7:40 to go. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com. 7:40 to go in the first quarter. We're your broadcast home for Fort Bend County High School sports.
Ooh, we got a question. Brian W. asks, it's the holiday season and I'm looking for deals. Is Xfinity having a Black Friday sale?
Well, Brian, we got you covered. Get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Just ask us how. Plus, you can also get fast, reliable Xfinity internet with a line of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited for a great low price.
So don't wait. Bring home a new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence.
And connect to reliable 5G and Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on Xfinity Mobile.
That's a big deal.
More like a gig deal.
Now through December 3rd, ask how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us with an unlimited Plus line. Plus, get Xfinity Gigabit Internet with free Wi-Fi equipment for only $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add unlimited mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale to learn more. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires Xfinity Gateway. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Gig speeds available via hotspots to Xfinity Mobile customers only. Reduced speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Actual Internet speeds and data thresholds may vary.
All right, that commercial didn't end before the kickoff, but I can tell you what happened. You know, Peyton Tucker ran at the football, and he ended up kicking it, but you never know who's going to kick the football for Fulsher. But he kicked it down around the 25-yard line, and it bounced once, and a Paetow player just decided to fall on it because the kick coverage was coming at him, you know, like a tsunami. So 7:40 to go in this first quarter, and Fulsher is up 14-0. And Paetow had started to move the football before they turned it over. And now we got a flag, maybe some kind of substitution infraction, I'm thinking, on Paetow. Bill Stevens, the referee, will tell us. But it was Caleb Augustus who he didn't quite grab the ball clean in the air. I don't know if you were able to hear that, but I was right. Substitution infraction. Thank you, Bill Stevens, our referee. So Augustus didn't catch it clean in the air. It kind of dropped at his feet, but bounced right up about knee high. He grabbed it and set sail and got inside the 20, and then they scored a few plays later. First down and 15. Umbrella motion from Katy Paetow, and they run up the middle. Look out. This is going to be a big run. In fact, it may be a touchdown. Breaking it all the way down the middle and heading in for a touchdown. It's an 84-yard run. Jackson Farrar. Well, Fulsher's defense better not let their guard down. That was straight up the middle. A hole opened up, and it didn't take long at all. The kick is up and good. Correction, the kick was no good, pushing it off to the right. Omar Yagi missing the extra point, so it's 14-6 Fulsher, 7:26 to go in the first quarter. Lots of action already on VypeFortBend.com.
Be the first to know. Sign up for the First Tire and Automotive email updates and be the first to hear about exclusive promotions and special offers. Plus, get a $10 off coupon for your next service just for joining. First Tire and Automotive always treats you like family and puts you first. $15 off your next battery purchase and $75 off service totaling $500 or more. Head to the website for even more specials and to set your appointment. FirstTireandAuto.com. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 26 years. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Well, assistant head coach and defensive coordinator Jared Sloan's going to be talking to the defense. Meanwhile, Yagi gets the kick into the air. It's rather short, and Zane Smith takes it at the 27, straight up the right hash marks. Goes through a lot of traffic and gets across the 40 to the 42. By the way, I always look around at the sidelines for TV news photographers, and I see a guy in a blue jacket. I'm not really sure which station he's with. That might even be Randy McElvoy of KPRC. I'm not sure. We have a penalty. Evidently, it'll be against Paetow.
Illegal formation on the kicking team, number 2. He got back behind the 35-yard line after the ready for play was said. 5-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down, Fulsher.
All right, that is Corday Christ. You don't often hear of an illegal formation on a kickoff. But now Fulsher has better field position. They have it at the 48-yard line. Their own 48-yard line, right in the middle of the field, and Ryland Forks is back under center as quarterback. The sophomore who has started every game this year and played every meaningful snap. And he's got 3 running backs behind him. Now he splits those backs and it's basically an empty backfield. Forks sends Mike Brown in motion, gives it to him on the jet sweep, runs for the edge on the right side, and he gets a couple of yards, but that's it. But because of the penalty, it was only 1st and 5. And so he picks up 2, and it's now going to be 2nd and 3. He got it to the 50-yard line as they gave him forward progress. But you see the great ability of the Paetow defense to string it out when a team runs the football wide. Fro, Broadway, and Smith in the backfield lining up behind Forks. And they line up very close behind him. It's not like they really get a lot of momentum. It's just hit him quick with the power. And running to the left, it is Patrick Broadway. Gang tackle inside the 40. They push him back once he gets to the 38. But that'll be a first down for these Fulsher Chargers, whose offense is really in high gear. Dejan Petaway on the tackle. And we are not even halfway through the first quarter. We've got 6:20 to go and the clock ticking down. Fulsher's offensive line, very impressive, including Righteous Spencer, the sophomore center. Actually, he's the left guard. Sorry about that. 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Forks running it to the right, and he is upended after he picks up about 3. Somebody really submarined him and hit him hard, and that was Jaden Spellman. And he gets big congratulations from Dejan Petaway. 14-6, Fulsher on top. We're in the first quarter. It was 14-0 before Paetow got an 86-yard run from Farrar. 2nd down and 7 after the Forks carry. Wipes his hands off on the towel. Turns around, hands it off to Broadway, running left, and he gets a couple of yards. That's it. Very, very happy with himself is Corday Christ. He kind of grabbed the legs of Patrick Broadway and limited him to the gain of 2. It is 3rd and 5 coming up. And increasingly, week by week, Fulsher has asked Ryland Forks to throw the football. But in this situation, it's going to be that snap to either Dickey or Smith. They snap it to Dickey. He runs right. He makes a cut. He fights toward the 30. He's pushed back at the 31. And it's going to be a 4th down situation. 4th down and 3 coming up. And the Paetow fans are going crazy like it's a turnover or something. But you know what? Okay, the down box guy was making he was setting the line of scrimmage like it was a 4-yard loss, but it wasn't. It's now 4th down and 3. And I admire the Paetow fans. Man, they're making a lot of noise over there. And again, it's Dickey and Smith, both with their hands out, possibly getting the snap. But they look over to the sideline. 10 seconds on the play clock. Now they're ready to roll. On 4th and 3, I don't think I've ever heard more noise at one time in Traylor Stadium. There goes Dickey fighting for the first down. It's close. It's very close. He's right at the line to gain. Paetow is saying they stopped him, and the Chargers are keeping the offense on the field. It may require a measurement. I think we're going to get a measurement. You don't see one that often these days. By the way, last night's broadcast was a 63-7 win for the Randall Lions over Belton. It was a mismatch. Belton came in with a record of 2-8 overall. This is going to be really close. Really, really close. Fulsher advanced the ball near the 28-yard line. And they're going to stretch out the chains. And Paetow has held. They get the football down 14-6, and their defense is fired up. So Creighton Dickey ran to the right, and he pushed, and he came up less than a foot short. And Fulsher's defense needs to be ready this time. They gave up the 86-yard touchdown. First and 10 for Paetow from their own 28. Farrar in the offset I. Pistol formation, kind of a hybrid pistol formation. Takes the snap. Hands it off straight ahead. Good yardage for Paetow. Terrence Johnson, the running back, picked up 7. It's second down and 3. Terrence Johnson carrying again. He's in the open. He's got a first down. Gets over the 40 to the 42. That's a first down. It'll move the sticks. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Well, it looks like Paetow's offensive line is just as tough to deal with as Fulsher's offensive line is. Farrar hands it off. And there goes Terrence Johnson again. Short gain up the middle, 3-yard pickup. Logan Hudson getting part of the tackle.
Second down for the Panthers.
2-yard gain. I think I said it was 3, just 2. Second down and 8. Umbrella motion, and it's a jet sweep coming to the near side. Fulsher strings it out well. It's only going to be about a 2-yard pickup. Cameron Green carrying, and Caleb Augustus getting most of the tackle. And I see Chance Bryant, who plays on the offensive line but sometimes plays defense as well for Fulsher, also on that tackle. And now it's going to be third down and 7. Only 1 yard gained on that previous play. 3 receivers on the left side of the formation. On third and 7, the ball on the near hash. Empty backfield for Jackson Farrar. Sends a man in motion from the far side, and he stops. And now a run up the middle by Farrar, and he's crushed. Sheldon Rice locked him up for a loss of 2. And it'll be time for Paetow to punt. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first. And Fulsher's defense really improving their performance on that possession. So in these punt situation, Omar Yagi, who does the place kicking, also does the punting. Looks like it's Braden Kennedy ready to receive, maybe it's Mike Brown back to receive this punt. And it's a wobbler, and Brown has it, drops it, and it's loose. Look out! Paetow says they have the football. If they do, they're in the red zone. It is Paetow football. Mike Brown running to his left, and there was a wind behind the punter, and he dropped it, and right after it went off his hands, someone came along who was rushing the punt, knocked him out of the way, and Paetow recovered at the 18. So you got to be ready for those crises and those momentum swings in a playoff game, and we'll see how Fulsher's defense rises up. They had given up the 1 first down, and then 3 more downs later, it was time for Paetow to punt. But now the Chargers really need to keep Paetow out of the end zone. Curtis Zeno comes in as the running back to the left side of Farrar. Now it looks like they're going to snap it directly to him, and they hand it to Farrar. He's going to throw back to the near side, ball in the air, and it is incomplete. It was a throwback to Curtis Zeno, and he really wasn't open, but I'll tell you what, the DB who was covering him really didn't know where the football was. That was Rafe Taruta, so he kind of put his hands up and was able, I think, to deflect it away. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 18. So sometimes I notice they snap it to Zeno and then hand it to Farrar. That's what happened on the touchdown run. The left-hander Farrar throws it out into the left flat. Receiver breaks a tackle, fights inside the 10. I think it's a 1st down at the 8-yard line for Paetow. DeQuaylen Lott made that catch, and they mark him 1 yard shy, in fact, less than 1 yard shy of the 1st down. The clock stops temporarily with 48 seconds to go. I'm not sure why it stopped. He did not go out of bounds. The clock is frozen at 48. And it's, oh, okay. Offsides penalty against Fulsher declined. It is now 3rd and 1 from the 9-yard line. And Paetow has shown some creativity in its play calling. You don't necessarily know that they're going to run between the tackles on a play like 3rd and 1. Now they move everybody from the right side of the formation over to the left. Farrar in the pistol. Takes the snap and hands it off, and there is Zeno. He's thrown down. I don't think he made it. Logan Hudson with a beautiful solo tackle. Just wrapped his arms around his waist and threw him down like a wet rag. And it's no gain. We got 4th and 1 coming up. And the clock is down to 15 seconds left in the 1st quarter. I think maybe Paetow will just let it run out. Then again, they might run a play. Clock is at 7 seconds. They're just now getting their hands on the ground. Fulsher fans rattling the aluminum bleachers. They run it up the middle. A fight for the 1st down. He may have it. Curtis Zeno diving over the pile. I think he's got it, and it'll be 1st and goal at about the 7, but there is a flag on the play. Bill Stevens, our referee. He's ready.
Offside. Number 17 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, Asher Jacob was called for being offsides, and he might not have been the only one in their zeal to stop the 4th and 1 play. Fulsher allows that penalty to get the ball to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back with the start of the 2nd quarter. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Mark your calendars. Professional volleyball is coming to Houston in January 2025. Led by Houston's newest pro team, Love Houston Volleyball. Get ready for non-stop action as some of the world's best players take the court. Featuring Olympic medalists Micah Hancock and Jordan Thompson, Love Houston is ready to compete for the season's first championship title. Get your tickets now for this historic first season. Visit LOVB.com today. Volleyball is the next major league.
Those coming out of a textbook. One very important lesson.
All right, we can tell you that when the Fulsher girls play Austin Westlake in the state semifinals next week, VypeFortBend.com will be there. I don't even know when they're playing or where they're playing. I just know I'm going to be there to broadcast it for you. All right, so Paetow trailing 14-6, but threatening to score. They have the football just inside the Fulsher 5 as we start the 2nd quarter. And coming up at halftime, we have Daniel Gotera, formerly of KHOU Channel 11, and now he is with the Harris County Houston Sports Authority, a very important organization if you love the vast array of sports entertainment choices in Greater Houston. Farrar under center. Turns around, hands it off, and there goes Zeno. Hit near the line of scrimmage, but he does get a couple of yards. Coming in hard off the edge. It was Evan Fern's 1 yard pickup, 2nd and goal at the 3.
Yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
These are two very hard-hitting teams. Paetow looking for the tying touchdown, possibly. Farrar hands it off. And there goes Johnson. He gets down to the 1 yard line. Terrence Johnson hit the tackler really hard, and that tackler was David Obenor.
Ball will be placed at the 1 yard line.
3rd down and goal at the 1.
3rd down and goal.
Farrar again under center. Johnson in an I formation, and they hand it off and into the end zone. Touchdown Paetow. They handed it off to the fullback, the big man, Kylan White. And he takes it in, and it's 14-12, and will Paetow go for 2 right here? It looks like they will. Well, not necessarily. They're running that swing and gate thing. They have 4 guys over here on the near side, 4 on the far side. Will they snap it? Yes, they do. And into the end zone, the 2-pointer is good. Easy conversion for Cameron Green. Fulsher really wasn't ready for what Paetow ran there. It was a funky formation for sure. All right, we're tied at 14, 10:57 to go before the half on VypeFortBend.com.
Ooh, we got a question. Brian W. asks, it's the holiday season and I'm looking for deals. Is Xfinity having a Black Friday sale?
Well, Brian, we got you covered. Get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Just ask us how. Plus, you can also get fast, reliable Xfinity internet with a line of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited for a great low price.
So don't wait. Bring home a new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence.
And connect to reliable 5G and Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on Xfinity Mobile.
That's a big deal.
More like a gig deal.
Now through December 3rd, ask how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us with an unlimited Plus line. Plus, get Xfinity Gigabit Internet with free Wi-Fi equipment for only $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add unlimited mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale to learn more. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires Xfinity Gateway. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Gig speeds available via hotspots to Xfinity Mobile customers only. Reduced speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Actual internet speeds and data thresholds may vary.
All right, Paetow, after tying this game up at 14, ready to kick off. Omar Yagi tees it up right in the middle of the field. Short run up to the ball, and he kicks it. And it is Mike Brown from the 20-yard line, cuts toward the middle, gets to the 30, jumps over the 30 to the 31, and that's where Fulsher will start a new possession. And correction, it wasn't Mike Brown. Instead, it was Fred Hicks, a freshman just like Mike Brown. So it looks like maybe Fulsher will run a little bit more of a conventional formation now. They have Patrick Broadway lined up behind quarterback Ryland Forks, and no fullback in front of him, but Zane Smith is set up as an H-back. First he was on the left, now he's on the right, and now they move to kind of a T formation. Forks sends a man in motion, that is Kennedy. Give to Broadway, running hard over the right side. Gets to about the 35, pickup of 4. Kind of reaching down to upend him on that tackle was Brandon Brown. Forks moving players around. Trey Jametta moves to the right side of the formation. He's a tight end. On 2nd and 6. Forks hands it off, and there goes Broadway, breaking into the daylight. Gets across the 45 to the 46, and that's a first down. Vamar Johnson wrestled him down, knocked him off his balance, but it's a first down at the 47, and now we have the whistles, and I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, timeout taken by Paetow. We'll take it with him on VypeFortBend.com. After this from the UIL, we shall return.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Both teams still in huddles near their bench. All right, now Fulsher has come back out to line up over the football on 1st and 10 from their own 47. After that Paetow timeout, it is 10:02 to go in the first half, and it's 14-all. Broadway and Smith in the backfield behind Ryland Forks. And his handoff to Broadway, and he's hitting the backfield. That's a loss of 2. He was absolutely engulfed by Kylan White. It'll be 2nd down and 12. In fact, 2nd down and 13. And if you were looking at the old highlight film, the classic from Super Bowl IV between the Chiefs and the Vikings, if Hank Stram was the head coach of the Chargers instead of Nick Kudi, he'd say, there was too much leakage on that play. 2nd down and 13. And I wonder if soon we'll see Ryland Forks in his first must-pass situation. Now they're in a pistol formation with Broadway behind him. Fake to Broadway, rolling to the left, and Forks throws, far sideline. It is caught! It is Kennedy! He's gonna go! Touchdown Chargers! Forks threading the needle between 2 defenders. And he fired it to Braden Kennedy along the far sideline. He emerged from the scrum, and there was no one there to stop him. And it's a touchdown from 56 yards away. And the Chargers will go for 2. They got that quad receiver set over to the left. Creighton Dickey behind Zane Smith, who's under center. Smith runs to the right. He goes for the goal line. He's in. That's the 2-pointer. And Fulsher regains the lead 22-14. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com, your one and only broadcast home for Fulsher Sports.
Ooh, we got a question. Brian W. asks, it's the holiday season and I'm looking for deals. Is Xfinity having a Black Friday sale?
Well, Brian, we got you covered. Get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Just ask us how. Plus, you can also get fast, reliable Xfinity internet with a line of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited for a great low price.
So don't wait. Bring home a new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence.
And connect to reliable 5G and Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on Xfinity Mobile.
That's a big deal.
More like a gig deal.
Now through December 3rd, ask how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us with an unlimited Plus line. Plus, get Xfinity Gigabit Internet with free Wi-Fi equipment for only $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add unlimited mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale to learn more. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires Xfinity Gateway. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Gig speeds available via hotspots to Xfinity Mobile customers only. Reduced speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Actual Internet speeds and data thresholds may vary.
Okay, now the kickoff. It's an onside kick. And it's been touched. And it's a fight for the football. I don't see who got it. The officials will have to peel bodies off. Fulsher players are cheering, and it is Fulsher football on the onside kick. They get it back with 9:03 to go in the half after just scoring a touchdown. Now the ball had not gone 10 yards, but one of the Paetow players touched it, and once that happens, then the ball is fair game if it is loose, and one of the Paetow players is down as he made his way back across the field. You do have a lot of hard hits and unexpected ones that can't really brace for on an onside kick. Okay, so it will be Fulsher football at their own 45, but I want to say something about the pass that Ryland Forks threw on that 56-yard touchdown to Braden Kennedy. The ball was on the near hash mark, and Ryland Forks didn't really roll out to the left, so he basically was setting up to pass exactly behind where the football had been. So he's basically standing on or very close to the near hash marks, and he fired it about 15 yards down the field, outside the numbers on the other side. So that is a deep out, and he whistled it in there, and there were a couple of Paetow players there, both thinking, hey, I can intercept this. But he put so much zip on it that it got between the defenders, and Braden Kennedy caught it, and he broke away, and he scored the touchdown that made it 22-14 after the 2-point conversion. All right, I haven't been able to identify that Paetow player. He had started to run back over to his team's bench area, and then he kind of bent over at the waist and went down to his knees, and now he's lying on the ground, and the training staff is trying to help him out. It looks like they've gotten him to his feet. Nice hand from the Fulsher crowd. And I can't see the number because coaches are assisting him, and they kind of have their arms around him, so you can't really see which number it is. Okay, so the PA guy, whom I really trust and appreciate, by the way, Tyler Washington, is the guy that the PA man has identified. All right, so Fulsher football. Forks back under center. And it looks like referee Bill Stevens is telling him to pull his football pants down over his knees, but I don't know anybody who doesn't play with their knees unexposed in today's game. Everybody's wearing shorts. No knee pads anymore that I can see. All right, first down and 10 from the 45. Pistol formation. Forks hand it off. There goes Broadway over the right side. Stiff arms him in. Gets inside Paetow territory and wrestled out at the 40. 15-yard pickup from Patrick Broadway. I really like the way they say first down here at Traylor Stadium. You know, like it's a normal conversation. It doesn't make your ears bleed. All right, Demarius Froh is lined up as the running back. The play clock now down to 10, and Fulsher just now getting set. Forks calling out signals. He's ready to receive the snap. 3 on the play clock. Takes it. Hands it off to Froh. Bounces off the right side, and that would have been a big gain, but he was tripped up. Nice play there by Jaden Spellman. And it's just going to be a 4-yard pickup, but I think Froh, if Spellman had not kind of grabbed him by the instep and tripped him up, I think he would have been jaunting down the near sideline. Pistol formation again. Ryland Forks with Froh behind him. Ball at the 35-yard line, second down and 6. Here goes Froh following his blockers. Only gets 1 yard. In getting through the convoy and making the tackle there for Paetow. I'm going to get a visual on the number. Samuel Wright. And Mr. Wright was Mr. Wrong for Fulsher there, but it was a 2-yard gain. So it's third down and 4. Creighton Dickey comes in as one of the running backs. In fact, it is Zane Smith and Creighton Dickey in tandem. Froh is out there, and so too is Broadway. Zane Smith running right. He's tripped up, and he's not going to get the first down. It'll be a 4th down situation as knifing into the backfield was Corday Christ, and he tripped up Zane. So it's going to be 3rd and a long 2 for the Chargers, and they're going to leave the offense on the field. They're kind of in no man's land at the 32. There's no sense trying a field goal from there, and there's no sense punting from there, so they'll just go for it. Paetow with a very quick defensive front. They can sometimes get through those gaps. Fulsher players pointing at everybody to get their offensive assignments, and there goes Smith, and he's got the first down. Slanting over the left side, and there wasn't a lot of room, but there was enough, and that moves the sticks. It's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. New line of scrimmage is the 29 and a fresh set of downs for the Fulsher Chargers, who are doing something that is, tends to take its toll on the defense when they have to go out there for a lot of snaps. So they got the onside kick following a touchdown drive. Zane Smith under center. Forks is off the field. Smith running over the right side and gets a yard, maybe two. And coming around from the backside, running him down was Kylan White. So it's just a pickup of, he got about three there. Second down and 7. Now Smith is under center. Dickey is right behind him. Fro and Broadway move to the right behind the guard and the tackle. Heavy to the right, and there goes Zane. Breaks into the open, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Zane Smith scores from 26 yards out. And now it's a 2-touchdown lead again for Fulsher. By the way, I was just thinking, I guess I could have asked Sidney Zimmerman, head coach of the Fulsher volleyball team, you're taking the bus over to the Merrill Center. Will they just get on the bus and come here to Traylor Stadium? I sure hope so. All right, 2-point play coming. Middle of the field, Zane Smith under center. Dickey behind him. It is Smith running right. Takes on a tackler, blasts through, and scores the 2-pointer. 30-14. Fulsher on top with 5:34 to go in this first half. We'll have Daniel Gotera at halftime, and we'll have our nice long conversation with him. But if the Fulsher girls show up, I'll say thank you, Daniel, but I need to talk to them. We'll be right back.
Be the first to know. Sign up for the First Tire and Automotive email updates and be the first to hear about exclusive promotions and special offers. Plus, get a $10 off coupon for your next service just for joining. First Tire and Automotive always treats you like family and puts you first. $15 off your next battery purchase and $75 off service totaling $500 or more. Head to the website for even more specials and to set your appointment. FirstTireandAuto.com. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 26 years. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Fulsher to kick off. They could do an onside kick at any time, and they do. And it is fielded by Paetow, and they'll have it at the 49-yard line. And that was a very courageous fielding of the football. I wasn't sure who took the football. He was absolutely blasted. He touched it before it went 10 yards, which you can do if you're the receiving team. And now the officials are gathered together near the spot where he fielded the football. He was kind of on his knees, and as soon as he got the ball clutched to his chest, he was hit. This is football, though. All right, Bill Stevens, I think, is going to say a little something to us after he has his discussion with the crew.
There is no foul on the play. Right because of the football. First down.
All right, so the Fulsher fans say it is quite appropriate that there was no foul on the play. So it is Paetow football at the 50-yard line. They trail 30-14. The game has been closer than that score indicates. But Fulsher's defense, if they can come through here, get the football back without surrendering a score, I think they'd be in pretty good shape. Farrar in the pistol. In the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to the left, being rushed, throws, and the ball is knocked down. Rafe Taruta swats it away, and if he had not done that, it might have been a big play for DeQuaylen Lott. He was a little bit open there in the left flat, but there was a heavy pass rush coming, and Farrar really couldn't zip the ball in there. He kind of had to throw it off his back foot. 2nd down and 10. Paetow from the Fulsher 49. Farrar with a long count. Takes the snap, drops straight back. The lefty swings it out on the check down. And the play that is a completed pass, but it ends up being a loss of 6 yards because his running back simply fell down as he caught the ball. Terrence Johnson. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 16, and let's look for the Chargers to unleash a nasty pass rush. They got Sheldon Rice, they got Okie Toby, and they've also got Jamar Wilson. On 3rd and 16, Farrar drops straight back, and he throws it down the far sideline, ball up in the air, and is swatted away, incomplete. But we're going to get a flag. I think we're going to get defensive pass interference called against David Obenor of Fulsher. I don't know that it is a warranted call, but it is a call that's going to be made nevertheless. With 4:46 to go in the first half, and it'll give Paetow an automatic 1st down. Here's Bill Stevens. Fulsher fans don't like the call, and the Paetow partisans love it. Triple receiver formation on the left side. And now they switch over to the right. They've done that 4 times now. 12 on the play clock. Farrar ready, and there's movement by one of the guys in the backfield, the H-back or fullback dude, big blocking guy. He was leaning forward. And I think what they did on that formation is they got Alexander Smith, who's an offensive lineman wearing number 64. He lined up in the backfield. But he was just leaning forward, and he couldn't keep his balance. So now it is 1st down and 15 for Paetow from the Fulsher 45. Jackson Farrar ready. Turns around and hands it off. There goes Johnson. Gets the 5 yards back plus a couple more. He's bent, folded, and stapled after a 7-yard gain. Asher Jacob finishing off the tackle. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Tackle for the Chargers. 2nd down for the Panthers.
Ball on the far hash mark as Paetow drives from right to left here in the 2nd quarter. They trail 30-14. Farrar hands it off. Terrence Johnson breaking away, gets inside the 20. He may go all the way in for a touchdown for the Paetow Panthers. He can go from 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds. And he scores from 38 yards out with 4:01 to go in the half. And that can make it a 1-score game if Paetow goes for 2. But it looks like they're bringing out their kicker, Omar Yagi. Terrence Johnson really can get up to top speed quickly. Yagi's kick is up, and it's good. 30-21 is our new score. Fulsher on top, and they'll be receiving the kick when we return on VipeFortBend.com.
Mark your calendars. Professional volleyball is coming to Houston in January 2025. Led by Houston's newest pro team, Love Houston Volleyball. Get ready for non-stop action as some of the world's best players take the court. Featuring Olympic medalist Misha Hancock and Jordan Thompson. Love Houston is ready to compete for the season's first championship title. Get your tickets now for this historic first season. Visit lovb.com today. Volleyball is the next major league.
Leonetti Graphics, the gold standard in Fort Bend County for screen printing, embroidery, banners, signs, t-shirts, and all kinds of specialty items. Whatever you need to advertise or show school spirit, team spirit, or company spirit, nobody does it better than Leonetti Graphics. We started creating our products in an apartment 23 years ago, and now our state-of-the-art facility in Stafford has everything to make your vision come true. Call your friends at Leonetti Graphics, 281-499-4959. Leonetti Graphics, the official banner provider for VypeFortBend.com.
All right, Paetow to kick off. They've just scored a touchdown that gets them within 30-21. Yagi with a short run-up. And the kickoff is coming down to Hicks. And it's a reverse. And it's Mike Brown. Outside the numbers on the far side. Gets near the 34, and he's wrestled down and thrown down after the play was over. That'll be a personal foul on Paetow. And the penalty will put Fulsher almost in Paetow territory. That was so needless. It's a playoff game, guys. So Mike Brown is ushered out of bounds, and he had taken at least 3 steps out of bounds as the tackler was kind of grabbing him and twisting him around. That's okay, but then he just threw him to the ground. I mean, brainless.
Paetow side near the scoreboard. Thank you.
After the play, personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. On Paetow. 16-yard penalty. First down.
The number is omitted to protect the guilty. You know, that's a homage. I don't say homage. That's a homage to Dragnet, the old TV show with Jack Webb. All right, so the ball at the 49-yard line of Fulsher. The Chargers lead it 30-21, 3:53 to go in the half. And Ryland Forks back in there at quarterback in the spread formation. It's the pistol. Takes the snap, rolls left, throws deep down the field for Trey Jametta. He's open, he's got it! 10-yard line! First and goal! Ryland Forks hit as he throws, and going back there to pull him up. You got Chance Bryant and also one of his other linemen, Tino Diaz. Oh, that was right on the money to the great tight end. Well, I'm going to say he's a great athlete tight end, Trey Jametta. I don't know if he's a better football player or baseball player, but he's pretty awesome at both. And Katy, Paetow wants to take a timeout with 3:46 to go in the half. We'll be right back.
We are the volleyball school with 3 locations, Katy, the Woodlands, and our newest in Richmond on West Belfort. We have the best developmental volleyball program in Fort Bend. We have the high-level training you need to get on the top club and school teams, and you'll have fun doing it. Our Richmond facility is at 18120 West Belfort. Visit thevolleyballschool.com and come train with us.
All year long, the volleyball school has been presenting Tuesday night volleyball on VypeFortBend.com, and we will continue it when we follow the Fulsher girls to their state semifinal against Austin Westlake. Meanwhile, in football, Fulsher trying to go up by 2 touchdowns again. Forks under center. Turns around, hands it off. A flag comes in. There goes Broadway around the right side. One man to beat, stiff arms him, and he gets in. This will be a touchdown if it stands, but I have a feeling it won't stand.
Number 8 and 10. Number 8 was going down as number 10 was already in motion.
All right, so Broadway and Braden Kennedy both kind of together committing an infraction where Broadway was in the process of going down to put his hand on the ground while Kennedy was still moving, and you can't do that. So that moves the football back to the 14, where it's still first and goal. Rylan Forks has not thrown too many passes tonight, but the ones he's thrown have been right on the money. 56-yard touchdown pass to Braden Kennedy and a bomb to Trey Jametta to get him near the goal line on this possession. Here goes Broadway running right, takes on a tackler. In fact, two tacklers who bring him down quickly. It's going to be 1 yard gain, if that. One of the tacklers, Dejan Petway, and the other one, Corday Christ. So now it's second down and goal at the 13-yard line. So just a 1 yard pickup on that play. And Broadway comes off. No, he's still out there, but Demarius Froh joins him. And now they go to the Zane Smith under center formation. Creighton Dickey right behind him. There goes Zane over the right side. Trying to twist away from Paetow tacklers. He gets down to the 10. But that's it, and it's going to be third down.
Brings up a third down for the Chargers.
Third and goal from the 10. But it doesn't look like they're bringing on Rylan Forks. They're probably just going to say, yeah, we know it's 10 yards to go for a touchdown, but we're going to run it. Although Zane Smith did throw a pass earlier. He rolls to the right, and he is going to throw it. He's got Broadway. He's got a touchdown. They kind of pretended that maybe the snap was high or something. And Zane Smith rolled to his right. He didn't hold the ball very long because a pass rusher was in his face, and he threw it to Broadway, who skipped inside the pylon on the near side. And with 1:48 to go in the half, Fulsher has the lead up to 36-21, and they'll go for two again. I'm just anticipating the arrival of the Fulsher Chargers girls. Wow, it's going to be great to talk to them. I want to do an in-game interview if they remember to come up here. Zane Smith running left, and he did not get in. The two-point play fails. However, it is 36-21, a two-touchdown lead for the Chargers with 1:48 to go in the half. We're back after just this quick message on on VypeFortBend.com.
Ooh, we got a question. Brian W. asks, it's the holiday season and I'm looking for deals. Is Xfinity having a Black Friday sale?
Well, Brian, we got you covered. Get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Just ask us how. Plus, you can also get fast, reliable Xfinity internet with a line of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited for a great low price.
So don't wait. Bring home a new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence.
And connect to reliable 5G and Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on Xfinity Mobile.
That's a big deal.
More like a gig deal.
Now through December 3rd, ask how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us with an unlimited Plus line. Plus, get Xfinity Gigabit Internet with free Wi-Fi equipment for only $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add unlimited mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale to learn more. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires Xfinity Gateway. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Gig speeds available via hotspots to Xfinity Mobile customers only. Reduced speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Actual internet speeds and data thresholds may vary.
All right, Peyton Tucker is standing 11 yards behind the football. He's about to run up and kick off. And he kicks it deep this time. No onside kick. Goes all the way to the end zone, but it's going to be brought out across the 10. Hit near the 15. Running to the right. Gets to the 20 and blasted at about the 22. They were so ready for the onside kick, I didn't really check to see who was deep to return it.
How about that flip by Kennedy getting that tee?
And I'm sorry I didn't identify the kick returner for Paetow. By the way, just in case you're wondering,
First and 10 for the Panthers.
It's getting kind of chilly here. 62 degrees. The wind has died down a bit, but those who wear T-shirts and shorts are regretting it right now. First and 10 from the 22 for Paetow. Farrar takes the handoff. Hands it off to Johnson, straight up the middle, gets 3, maybe 4. Coming over from his right tackle slot, Jamar Wilson wrestled him down. 3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7. Clock now at 1:22 and ticking down. Farrar drops straight back. The lefty throws it. A little check down to the running back over here. Very short gain. Terrence Johnson was quickly buried by oncoming tacklers Logan Hudson, Sheldon Rice, and also Evan Ferns. In fact, it was a loss of 1, so it's now 3rd down and 8. See if Fulsher's defense brings the heat. The clock under a minute to go. 52 seconds left in the half. By the way, Paetow will get the football first to start the 3rd quarter. Farrar sends a man in motion. It's an umbrella motion, but there's a whistle before they can get the play underway.
Timeout.
Paetow takes the timeout with 35 seconds to go, and we'll keep it right here. Don't forget, at halftime, we will have Daniel Gotera, formerly of Channel 11, a sports reporter and anchor for KHOU TV. And, you know, if we're talking to him, but the Fulsher volleyball girls come up to the concourse, then we'll just say thank you, Daniel, and we'll talk to the girls who have played their way into the state Final Four in Class 6A Division I volleyball, and they will play Austin Westlake next week. And if they get the victory over the Westlake Chaparrals, then they will go to Garland the Saturday before Thanksgiving for the state volleyball title. And if they do that, we're with them. We'll follow them anywhere. Same for the football team. 3rd down and 8 coming up. Paetow doesn't want to give the football back. Farrar in the spread formation, looking at the defense, calls for the snap, and they hand it off. Terrence Johnson buried for the loss of 2. Caleb Augustus and Chance Bryant all over him, and Fulsher takes a timeout with 29 seconds to go, and we will take a break here on VypeFortBend.com.
Professional volleyball is coming to Houston this January, featuring Olympic medalists Micah Hancock and Jordan Thompson. Love Houston Volleyball is Houston's newest professional team. Get ready to watch some of the world's best volleyball players, from Olympic medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars, with the action kicking off on January 9th. Visit LOVV.com for more information and tickets for Love Houston matches. Volleyball is the next major league.
Back at Traylor Stadium, where Fulsher leads 36-29 with 29 seconds left in the first half. And it's going to be 4th and 11. And Fulsher called a timeout because they want to get their hands on the football. Paetow brings out its punting unit. Omar Yagi standing on his own 5-yard line. And we'll see how this goes. Fulsher likes to rush the punter. Here's the snap. It's very good. They don't rush him, and Yagi boots it away. And it flutters to a stop near midfield. In fact, it's still rolling. And it's down at the Fulsher 42. Tyler Washington picked it up, and let's see what Fulsher decides to do. What will the play call be with 18 seconds to go? Fulsher, just the attitude and the culture of the team is to not leave points out on the field. They just don't back down. If there are points to be had, then they will go after them. Ryland Forks in the gun with Broadway to his right and Zane Smith to his left. 2 receivers on the far side and 1 on the near. Forks looks over at Smith, swings it to Broadway, gets through some traffic, headed to the sideline, stiff arms a man, gets out of bounds near the 42-yard line with 12 seconds to go.
Broadway takes across the 50. 12 seconds to go in half.
By the way, Fulsher they don't place kick very often. They'd have to get really close, I think, before they would decide to kick. They're probably going to be flinging the football toward the end zone. Forks calling out the signals, rolls to his left, and he throws it deep down the field. He's got a man open. It is caught. Touchdown! Mike Brown! Woo-hoo! With 3 seconds to go in the half, he unleashes the bomb from 44 yards out. And when Forks throws it tonight, oh man, he's just been so accurate. It's incredible. That makes it 42-21, and they'll line up to try a 2-pointer again. What a great night to be a Fulsher Charger. Smith running right, 2-point play, goes in standing up. 44-21 with 3 seconds to go in the half. And the flag corps, those girls are tired by now. Those are cheerleaders holding up that flag and running almost 100 yards, and they're running pretty fast. CFHS for Churchill Fulsher High School, and I would like to have met Churchill Fulsher, but, you know, he died a long time ago. But God bless him. They're bringing in a little Metallica. That's good. I think Coach Kudi likes that. All right. Peyton Tucker ready to kick the football away with 3 seconds to go. And only one man is back, as in way back, but I can't quite get the number on him. Tucker, more than 10 yards on his run up to the football. There it goes. Ball goes into the end zone, and Paetow will bring it out to the 10. Hit and wrestled down inside the 10. And that's how the first half ends. Domination most of the time by the Chargers, 44-21. They lead it. We'll be back with Daniel Gotera of KHOU Channel 11.
Be the first to know. Sign up for the First Tire and Automotive email updates and be the first to hear about exclusive promotions and special offers. Plus, get a $10 off coupon for your next service just for joining. First Tire and Automotive always treats you like family and puts you first. $15 off your next battery purchase and $75 off service totaling $500 or more. Head to the website for even more specials and to set your appointment. FirstTireandAuto.com. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 26 years. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Welcome to halftime on VypeFortBend.com. Glad to have you with us. And it's a great opportunity here to talk to our old friend Daniel Gotera. I'm sure you remember him as a sports reporter and anchor at KHOU Channel 11. Now he's with the Harris County Houston Sports Authority. Daniel, welcome in and tell us about your role.
Well, thanks for having me, Roger. Appreciate it. Always enjoy the work that you guys do at Vype and all the high school coverage that you do. It's really valuable, right? Because I think a lot of people are passionate about it and they just need access to it. So this is good stuff. So thanks for having me on. I am a communications director here at the Harris County Houston Sports Authority, and we do a bunch of stuff for the community when it comes to sports engagement with the city of Houston and in Harris County. And it allowed me to transition from Channel 11 to come to the Houston Sports Authority and still be involved in sports. I run the Hall of Fame for us, the Houston Sports Hall of Fame. I do stuff for the Sports Awards. So a little bit of everything to stay engaged.
Outstanding. So I remember back when I was a teenager, and that was a long time ago, like Carter administration a long time ago. But there was a Houston Sports Authority at the time then, and I remember vaguely a man's name, Sidney Schlenker. Does that name ring any bell with you, or have there been many changes in leadership of the Harris County Houston Sports Authority?
So this iteration of the Harris County Houston Sports Authority was started after the Oilers left town in the late or mid-90s, and then there was some rumblings that the Astros and the Rockets wanted new stadiums, and they were possibly leaving. So the city and county government got together, and they decided to form this entity in the late 90s to make sure that our professional sports teams are taken care of, and the stadiums are built, and the taxpayers were able to fund that as well. So this iteration started then. That's a name that I'm not too familiar with, but I appreciate your memory on it.
Well, maybe you shouldn't appreciate my memory because it might be a little bit inaccurate. That might have been some other kind of entity that might have had the word authority in its name, but it may not have any connection to where you are now.
Well, yeah, I don't think it does, but there's always been that need to fulfill that sports appetite right here in town, and that's why we're here, and we want to make sure everyone is happy and all the teams are satisfied.
Absolutely. I mean, I know the heartache of teams leaving, so anything you can do to bring great events here and make sure the teams stay, that's a good thing. All right, so you did such great work at KHOU Channel 11, but there was something kind of outside of what you did on air, this documentary about Marshall Buffs football called The Program. And I wondered, first of all, have you done work on any other such film, or was that the only film that you produced?
So, yeah, while I was at Channel 11, I had the idea to do something outside of the normal news realm, right? Because I think there is a little bit of a need for that type of content, sports content that just kind of dives deeper into sports stories, into communities. So I came up with the idea of The Program. We did 4 episodes while I was at Channel 11, actually. We did Marshall, we did North Shore, we did Pearland, and then we did Santa Fe after the school shooting for their first football game after the shooting happened down there in Santa Fe. So it was a great series. I loved everything about it. Coach James Williams down at Marshall is one of my favorites. Lloyd Banks, the whole crew down there at Marshall, I love. I'm always going to have a special place in my heart for those folks because they really opened up the doors. So when you do shows like that, you really have to have the trust of the coaching staffs and of the players that will take care of them, and we did. We put microphones on all of them. You saw the show, and it was a great time that we had with Marshall. But ever since I left Channel 11, now that I've joined the Sports Authority, we did do a documentary on Andre Johnson going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, which was really cool. We got to go to Canton with him, and we put a whole documentary on it, and it's airing right now on Space City Home Network.
That's outstanding. I just love the opportunity to shine the light on great accomplishments and especially great people like Andre Johnson, and I love James Williams and Lloyd Banks, and they've done such great things for Marshall. So that was a wonderful thing in every way except for one, and I know you'll take this in the lighthearted way that it's intended. It was 2021, and the Buffs had been to the state championship game the previous 2 years. And then after you did the program documentary, they lost to Barbers Hill in the first round of the playoffs. Did any grief about that somehow get back to you?
Oh, I know. I did get teased about it. I was like, what did you do to us? You kind of cursed us a little bit. I know. It was crazy. Pearland, the same thing happened to them. They, that year when we did Pearland's documentary, Tony Heath stepped down. And so they had a really kind of a crazy year when we joined us. So I felt like that was kind of following us, and I felt bad there for our last one for Marshall, but they kind of took it in stride. That was a great Marshall team, but Barbers Hill was pretty solid too.
And by the way, back in 2010 when Pearland defeated Euless Trinity, I think that was, I don't know why, but it was my favorite state championship game where a Houston team, beat someone from the DF Dub. There have been a few others, but that one just stuck with me, and I like Tony Heath. I could talk to him for hours. All right, let's take a quick break. We're talking to Daniel Gotera, formerly of KHOU Channel 11, but now with the Harris County Houston Sports Authority. We'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com.
Professional volleyball is coming to Houston this January, featuring Olympic medalists Micah Hancock and Jordan Thompson. Love Houston Volleyball is Houston's newest professional team. Get ready to watch some of the world's best volleyball players, from Olympic medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars, with the action kicking off on January 9th. Visit LOVB.com for more information and tickets for Love Houston matches. Volleyball is the next major league.
Welcome back to halftime on VypeFortBend.com. We got playoff football today, and we're talking with Daniel Gotera of Harris County Houston Sports Authority. And Daniel, a lot of people, I'm probably one of them. I'm definitely one of them. They probably don't know exactly what the HSA does. You kind of described that earlier. You want to make sure that the sports franchises stay here. And I know that Houston gets Final Fours, they get Super Bowls, they get international soccer events. So is there anything else that the Sports Authority does?
Yeah, I mean, those are our two big responsibilities. First and foremost is obviously maintaining the sports venues that we do own, as in Toyota Center, Minute Maid Park, Shell Energy Stadium, and even the rugby stadium as well. So that's our first priority, maintain the stadiums, make sure that the tenant is happy with what's going on in there, and make sure that everything is running smoothly with that. And we also do some work down at NRG Park with the Texans, but that in and of itself is a separate entity, but we like to lend a helping hand there too. And then obviously sports marketing has been a huge focus of us over the last couple of years. You know, we were able to bring the World Cup to town. That's coming up in about a year and a half now. And then the World Baseball Classic is coming up in 2026 as well. We have Junior Olympics that is coming to town next year. You mentioned the Final Fours, the Super Bowls, all that sort of stuff is coming to town. So we take all of that under our umbrella, and we're pretty proud of it.
Does every city in the United States that considers itself a major player for events like that and teams like that, do they have something like this, or is this something special that not everybody has?
Yeah, most cities have a sports commission. You know, Dallas, Arlington area has a pretty strong sports commission as well. They've done a really nice job bringing things there too. LA, obviously with the Olympics going there in 2028. Kansas City has a strong one too. So yeah, most cities that are vying for some of these big international and national events has to have some organization. Now, our organization is a little different in the fact that we own the stadiums. So that gives us another layer of responsibilities. But yes, sports commissions are a very popular thing because they really help the city get on the map, so to speak, in the sports business.
Also, I'm going back and thinking, I think this happened before you got here. It was in the early 2000s when Houston really made a serious bid with the United States Olympic Committee to host, you know, and then if you are the choice among the American cities, then you have to convince the International Olympic Committee that you're the place. And George DeMontrond worked on that, did such a great job. Of course, they rejected it. They decided to go with, I think it was San Francisco was their choice, but San Francisco didn't end up being the host when the Olympic Games came along. But George and the people that he was working with on that, after it was over and the committee said no, they said, is there anything we could have done better? We want to know what we can do next time and maybe get a yes. They said, no, your presentation was perfect. And the layout, the facilities, everything was perfect, which makes me think, why didn't you choose Houston? And I just kind of have that Houston inferiority complex. I'm thinking, why not us?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's pretty crazy now that I've been over here to kind of see the other side of the sports industry a little bit, just really how much it takes to go into some of these bids. Just recently we bid for that World Baseball Classic, which is going to be huge at Minute Maid Park in March. It's basically, really, that's the World Cup of baseball, right? You have the best players in the world playing here. We're going to have Team USA, Mexico. They're going to be here at Minute Maid. It's going to be an awesome atmosphere. But I didn't realize how much it went into that. Collaboration with the folks at Houston First, which run in the downtown district, and the Astros, and all that stuff rolled into one. So it's actually pretty impressive to see us all working together on that.
Yeah, and the local fans will be a little conflicted if Jose Altuve is playing for Venezuela. I said Valenzuela because I'm thinking about Fernando. Yes. We lost him.
Yep.
But if Jose is playing for Venezuela, they might root for Venezuela just because they love Jose so much if there are not enough Astros on the U.S. team.
Yeah, no, that's cool. But I think baseball's needed that for a long time, right? And it's gaining popularity. The last World Baseball Classic was huge. I remember being in a bar in Kansas City during the NCAA tournament. I was over there with U of H while I was still at Channel 11. And people were actually watching the World Baseball Classic on TV, which has never been seen before. So it comes at a perfect time that it's coming to Houston.
All right, can you spend a couple more minutes with us?
Absolutely love this. I love being interviewed, by the way. I've done a lot of interviews, but I love being interviewed.
Well, I also like that I met you at a high school sports venue. I mean, you were out there covering it, and, you know, sometimes not all of the local sports anchors will get out to the high school games. They'll just send the shooter, but you were out there. So good for you, Daniel. We'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com. Playoff football, it's halftime. We'll be back in a moment.
We are the volleyball school with 3 locations, Katy, the Woodlands, and our newest in Richmond on West Belfort. We have the best developmental volleyball program in Fort Bend. We have the high-level training you need to get on the top club and school teams, and you'll have fun doing it. Our Richmond facility is at 18120 West Belfort. Visit thevolleyballschool.com and come train with us.
We're talking with Daniel Gotera, who's been a Greater Houston resident for a long time. He was with KHOU Channel 11 Sports, and now he's with the Harris County Houston Sports Authority. And I just kind of wondered if the role that you're in now is something you maybe had an aspiration to do, or was there something that you were working toward in the sportscasting business? And I noticed, I think during your late in your time at KHOU, you also did some news anchoring. So how did this come up? And I'm sure you jumped on it very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, actually, while I was at Channel 11, it was a period of transition for me because, I had 2 little kids at home. You're right, I've been in Houston since 1992, so this is.
I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah, this is home. I grew up here. I went to Cinco Ranch High School. And my wife is from Cy Falls High School, so I mean, this is home. This is where I wanted to be. I got back to Houston, worked at Channel 11 for a long time, but then I have 2 little kids. They're 7 and 4 years old. I wanted a better schedule. Sports brings you to work on the weekends all the time, and I didn't want to miss some of those things. So I did do a little bit of news there towards the end, but then I got a call from the Sports Authority and said, would you like to come in and do this role, be the producer of our sports awards show and be our director of communications? And I thought it was just the right time for me. Channel 11 was great. I did a lot of awesome things. I covered a lot of great events, met so many wonderful people, but I used all of that and transitioned here, and I think that's really helpful. So I didn't envision being in a role like this. When you're in the TV world, in the media world, you feel like that's all you're ever going to do because it's hard to really get past what you know and what's right in front of you, but then you kind of open yourself up to different things, and I've really enjoyed my time here.
All right, so I don't know why that in conversations we'd had, usually during weather delays at football games.
That's true.
But I remember you saying you went to Northwestern, is that correct?
I went to Northwestern up in Chicago because I was born in Chicago and moved down here when I was 8 years old. And my dad went to Northwestern as well. And I hadn't realized, I had just been following Northwestern forever because my dad went there. And I didn't realize they had such a great journalism program. So when I really got into this whole journalism thing in high school, I applied to my dad's alma mater and I got in. And then I got the job down here in Houston after a stop in Sherman, Texas, where I was there for about 2.5, 3 years, covering high school sports, which is what I've always loved.
And as you speak to me right now, you're wearing the maroon hoodie that could be for Cinco Ranch. It was Sherman maroon. I've never seen them play.
They are. They were maroon. Yep. Yeah, good job, Roger. Nice job. They are part of one of the oldest rivalries in the state of Texas, Sherman-Denison. That rivalry is always huge up there for the Battle of the Axe. There's very passionate fan bases up there. So it was fun covering high school sports there and then coming to Houston, which is obviously on a grander scale. So you get to see 2 different variations of it.
Yes, so the detestable Denison Yellow Jackets, right?
That's it, yes. Yeah, let's go with that. They have a new stadium up there. I haven't been in Sherman in a long time, but they've built up both of those programs a lot. Now I think they jumped classification from when I was there too, but that rivalry is long-standing.
All right, I'm sure you get a chance to meet a lot of athletes. Spencer Arrighetti, Cinco Ranch grad, have you had a chance to converse with him?
I have not, actually. Not since he's been here. I haven't been, because my job here doesn't allow me to go to the games as much. I will say, now that I'm not in the media world, my wife and I do have tickets to the Texans game, so I still go every Sunday, but now as a fan. So now we're like big-time Texans fans. We're all in on it. I haven't talked to Spencer, though, but I'm happy for him that we've seen his rise through the organization.
By the way, something I should do, but I don't. I just spit out a name, but not everybody is a seam head and loves baseball. Spencer Arrighetti, Astros pitcher, great part of the staff this year, and he went to Cinco Ranch. So that's why I brought his name up. And we'll have one more quick visit. One other thing I want to ask Daniel Gotera. Glad you're with us on VypeFortBend.com.
Be the first to know. Sign up for the First Tire and Automotive email updates and be the first to hear about exclusive promotions and special offers. Plus, get a $10 off coupon for your next service just for joining. First Tire and Automotive always treats you like family and puts you first. $15 off your next battery purchase and $75 off service totaling $500 or more. Head to the website for even more specials and to set your appointment. FirstTireandAuto.com. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 26 years. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
All right, we're back with Daniel Gotera. The third quarter is going to be coming soon, but I wanted to ask him something about high school sports. I can tell that you love your memories of going to high school venues, and I just wondered, do you sometimes, like a coach will watch a game, even if he's no longer coaching, and he'll kind of second guess and he'll see how things are done? Do you ever kind of watch the way they're presenting sports? Because it seems to me that the local station's sports segments are getting shorter and shorter. I have an appetite for more. And do you ever kind of look at them as an armchair quarterback?
Yeah, and it's sad in a way, because when you live in a city like Houston, when there's so much sports happening, it's really unfortunate that stations are only giving them about a minute and a half, and that was always been a point of contention with the folks in the industry. Now that I'm not in it, I can say that's something that we've always thought, no, we should get some more time. We're in the city of Houston. It's okay. It's like Dallas, right? We're a bigger city than Dallas, and they get a whole bunch of time for their sports up there. So, but I think that's just the media landscape as a whole. The local TV market is different, and it's not an easy time to be in the local TV market, but it's always changing. So that's why you have to come up with different programs, right? But yes, as an armchair quarterback, I do kind of sit and wish these guys had a little bit more time and can really expand the repertoire, because we have some really talented people still. I know there's been some changeover here recently. I know Matt Musil left right after me. Mark Berman left from Fox. So there has been some changeover for people that have been here for a long time, but we still have some good folks that need their time.
And by the way, I am continuing to pursue getting an interview with Matt Musil and one with Mark Berman, because, the stories they could tell.
Oh, absolutely. Those guys have been around for so long, and I worked with Matt for 15 years over there at Channel 11. He told me a bunch of good stuff, maybe some of them that he can't share, but some that he could share, and Mark as well. I mean, those guys are just an encyclopedia of Houston sports knowledge.
I think about Matt when it was the Love You Blue Oilers era, when you didn't have to hang back and only go into the terminal area of an airport if you didn't have a ticket. And in those days, teams actually traveled on a regular plane with seats next to civilians and stuff like that. And when the Oilers would come back from some of those playoff victories, it was insane. It was absolutely a fire marshal's nightmare, but so much enjoyment for those who got to see them come off the plane.
Yeah, absolutely. It just felt like, fans just felt a connection to these guys a little bit more so than they do now. But again, that goes back to the changing social media landscape and how players have their own voices, and media's cut off a little bit more some of these professional teams. But it's the sign of the times. It's 2024, so things change. But yeah, those Oilers, they have documentaries made about them. I wish I had covered that team, because they seem to be a lot of fun.
All right, so I had a friend share an article with me that kind of told the story about how the local sports anchor used to be such a big star. I mean, he would, when he would walk onto the sidelines to cover a game, there would be people yelling out his name, whether it was Gifford Nielsen or whomever, Bob Allen, that kind of thing. Yep. So I will share that with you if I can dig up that article. But now, and I'm not picking on Greg Bailey, he seems to have the shortest segment, and he'll talk for about 40 seconds and say, "We'll be right back." And that's the end of it.
And that's really what it's become. I mean, there's so many things that news stations are trying to pack in. They're trying to appeal to social media a little bit more. They're trying to do different things. And I've always, my big commentary on local news has always been, stations have to define what success looks like for them. And sometimes, unfortunately, it doesn't include sports. And which stinks because Houston is a really passionate sports town still, and they love their sports, especially the Texans and the Rockets and the Astros. More so the Astros and the Texans; those are really the ones driving this train. So, but yeah, my heart goes out to those guys sometimes because I love all those guys, and I developed some good relationships with them. So it is weird not being in that vibe, but the fact that I'm still here at the Sports Authority, getting to work with them and being around them is great.
All right, Daniel Gotera, fantastic work here at the Harris County Houston Sports Authority. Thanks for spending so much time with us. I hope I didn't empty my briefcase too much because sometime next year I think I want to talk to you again, see what's going on over here.
Absolutely, and hey, I'm happy to come on anytime to talk with you and anything that you guys need. You guys do awesome work. I really appreciate all the stuff you do for Houston.
And we can be friends unless Cinco Ranch is playing one of our Fort Bend County teams like Fulsher or Ridgepoint in a playoff situation. I'm sorry, we can't talk to each other at that time. And one other thing, Zane Smith is this amazing running back for Fulsher. He hasn't cut his hair since the second grade. It's hanging out the back of his helmet, and he has a brother who plays for Houston's rugby team, who is the youngest, I believe, professional rugby player in the history of the world.
Really?
Yes, last name Smith, but no relation to me.
Wow, that's fantastic. No, that Fulshear program has really gotten strong over the last couple of years. Coach Kudi?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a good guy out there. I've done a couple of things with him. In fact, I live out there in Katy near Fulshear, so the high school is about 15 minutes away from me. So, yeah, that's a great angle. That's a great story to do. I hope he doesn't get pulled down by his hair too much.
He did in the most recent Fulshear game that we broadcasted. He did get yanked down, and I was so proud of myself. I said, that's not a penalty. It's okay to do that. Horse collar is a penalty, but yanking the hair is okay.
Oh, man, that should be a penalty, though. Man, that could be really bad. No, hopefully they do well.
All right. Daniel Gotera, thanks again, and we'll be back with the third quarter, either in a minute from now or just a few minutes from now on VypeFortBend.com.
Professional volleyball is coming to Houston this January, featuring Olympic medalists Misha Hancock and Jordan Thompson. Love Houston Volleyball is Houston's newest professional team. Get ready to watch some of the world's best volleyball players, from Olympic medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars, with the action kicking off on January 9th. Visit lovb.com for more information and tickets for Love Houston matches. Volleyball is the next major league.
All right, back at Trailer Stadium, 44-21. Fulsher leads Paetow, waiting for the start of the second half, and let's tell you about some other action that's going on. First of all, we'll tell you about last night. The Randall Lions in Class 5A Division II with an easy 63-7 win over Belton, so they will advance to the next round. Also, Ridgepoint won 41-10 in their game against Pasadena Dobie, and they're going to play North Shore. They had a little bit of trouble early with Deer Park, but they stretched it out and won easily. So it's going to be North Shore against Ridgepoint next week, and that will be our broadcasted game next Friday night, probably from the Rig in Pearland. I don't know. I hear the parking is tough. It's hard to get there. I don't know. But we're going to do that game. Meanwhile, if Fulsher hangs on and wins this game, they play either Lamar or Cy-Fair next week. But let's talk about what is going on tonight, basically around the greater Houston area. The Woodlands leading Aldi Nimitz 42-6 in the third quarter. Not a big surprise there. I'm an original Highlander, so booyah on that one. Looks like the Woodlands will advance. But they're in Region 2. They really have nothing to do with anybody in Fort Bend County. Okay, so Clear Springs is trailing in the third quarter, 14-7. They're down to Kingwood, and the winner of that game is going to play Manville next week in Class 6A Division II playoffs, because Hightower got bounced out of the playoffs by those Manville Mavericks. Speaking of Cy-Fair and Lamar, so it'll be, if it is Fulsher victorious tonight, they'll play either Lamar or Cy-Fair, and Lamar is leading 21-6 at halftime of that football game. Possible upset. I guess I would consider it an upset in Region 2. Klein Oak is leading Bridgeland 17-14. That game in the third quarter. I'm just going up and down this thing. I don't want to give you too many scores. Atascocita at halftime leading Dickinson 38-20. We move on and on. Pearland in the third quarter leading Fort Bend Travis 21-0. So Pearland threatening to do to Travis in football what they did in volleyball, eliminate them from the playoffs in the first round. Drake Jesuit kicking the you-know-what out of Katy Tompkins, 35-14. That game is at halftime. A-Leaf Elsick, 2-8 on the season in the playoffs, playing at Katy, and Katy beating them 55-13. I'm sorry, just being brutally honest, I believe that Katy's JV could beat A-Leaf Elsick in that playoff game. So Katy's Tigers should be well rested when they get to the second round. All right, I think they're going to be playing Hell's Bells. Yeah, there it is. And they didn't play it very long. I'm just going up and down these scores here and see if maybe anything else here is of interest to you. By the way, very proud of the fact that the Elkins Knights, after a long playoff drought, it's been a long time since they've been in the playoffs and a long time since they had won a playoff game, but they beat Shadow Creek last night in the Class 6A Division II bracket. So good on you, Elkins Knights. Gallant glory, baby. Okay, I've looked at the scoreboard and I don't think there's anything else on there that I need to tell you. So here we go to start the second half. Fulsher leading 44-21, and then we'll kick off. Peyton Tucker has it teed up, and Fulsher will be going from left to right here in the third quarter. They've been onside kicking it so much that Paetow is keeping 10 of their players within 20 yards of, you know, the line where they have to stand behind. Well, that's very eloquent on my part. It is a kick on, it's an onside kick, and Paetow recovers it at their own 45. Going high up in the air to pull it down and secure it, Daniel Oladipo. All right, so what has Paetow cooked up? Their offense has been explosive at times. Fulsher's has just been more explosive. Jackson Farrar, their quarterback, and their main man at running back is Terrence Johnson. Sometimes they bring in Curtis Zeno. Now they shift all the way from the right to the left. Slot receiver on the near side, and now Farrar hands it off straight up the middle. Terrence Johnson, and he pushes the pile, and the pile pushes him. And that's a pretty good gain, 6 yards to the Fulsher 48. (44-21). Fulsher with some very well-timed passes by Ryland Forks. He threw the ball fewer than 5 times. And Johnson running up the middle. Caleb Augustus hits him first. The ball comes out, and it is scooped up by Fulsher, but the play had been blown dead. David Obenor scooped up that football, and he was thinking, I can run to the house, but he was hearing the whistle. So you got Chance Bryant, Caleb Augustus, and also in there for Fulsher. They got a number 39. Wait a minute. I need to look at my other roster. I'm sorry, I don't know who 39 is for Fulsher, but I'll look it up. 3rd down and 5 for Paetow on their first possession of this third quarter, and rolling to the left is Farrar. The left-hander throws it, and it's a one-handed catch for a first down at the 33. That was a beauty. Ikenna Nobu. They mark him at the 34. That'll be a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. First catch for Obu. Farrar now fakes a handoff, drops back and fires it deep over the middle. 50-50 ball, incomplete.
And the pass is incomplete.
He was trying to deliver it to
the Chargers.
Nobu.
Brian Hooven.
And Brian Hooven broke it up. Now Paetow brings in Zeno, but they leave Terrence Johnson in there. So both of their two stud running backs standing alongside Jackson Farrar. Now Johnson goes in motion to the right, and they swing it out there to him. He makes a spin move, dives down to the 31 just to pick up of 3, and it's going to be 3rd and 7. Jerome Drain there to make sure he didn't go any farther. You know, he basically tackled himself on that spin move and the dive. Big play time for Fulsher's defense. Clock ticking down to the 10-minute mark in the third quarter. They're rattling the aluminum bleachers. And a fake to Johnson. Farrar around the left side. Gets to the edge. He's got the first down and more inside the 20. Gets to the 10 and runs out of bounds near the 8. Brian Hooven ushers him out of bounds. And they're talking to each other as they go to line up for the next play.
It's first down for the Panthers.
First and goal from the 8. Farrar looking over at the sideline where they have 4 coaches in the Carolina blue hoodies. By the way, Zeno runs off suddenly, and now we have a flag, and it's going to be a substitution infraction. So Zeno was sprinting off the field because they had 12 guys out there, and you just can't make a change that late in the play clock. So now it'll still be first and goal, but from the 13, not the 8.
Ball will be at the 13-yard line now after Cody, the first and goal.
All right, if Fulsher's defense could keep Paetow out of the end zone in this, it's a 23-point game, then the Chargers would be in really good shape. Nobu, the receiver, out in single coverage against Jerome Drain on the far side of the formation. There goes a man in motion, and Farrar gives it off on the little shovel pass jet sweep, getting down to the 5-yard line, and that's it. And the guy needs to run over here a little bit closer. It may be Joshua Scott. And if so, that's his first reception. Second down and goal at the 5-yard line. Farrar hands it off to Johnson. Johnson into the end zone with a quick 5-yard touchdown run. And Paetow closes the gap. That makes it 44-27 with the extra point to come.
Johnson for a Panthers touchdown.
So Fulsher has scored 6 touchdowns, and sometimes you have people that criticize and say, why go for 2 all the time? Well, the fact that they have gone for 2 means that it remains a 3-score game. And the extra point kick is blocked. Scooped up by Fulsher. They try to return it. They might be able to get it down the field, but not quite. Oh, great effort. David Obenor got it. and he got all the way to the 35-yard line before they dragged him down. So it's still 44-27. Again, a 3-score game, which it wouldn't be if Fulsher had not been going for 2 after all of their touchdowns. We'll be right back. Listen to this.
Tonight's regional final volleyball match. The Chargers' state semifinal match against Austin Westlake will be on VypeFortBend.com. Sponsored by First Tire and Auto, Xfinity, Leonardi Graphics, and Love Houston Professional Volleyball. It's always free to listen live or later on VypeFortBend.com. Podcast, the broadcast home of Fulsher Sports.
You bet your sweet bippy we'll be back.
In their state semifinal match against Austin Westlake. Congratulations, Fulsher Volleyball.
Mark your calendars. Professional volleyball is coming to Houston in January 2025. Led by Houston's newest pro team, Love Houston Volleyball. Get ready for non-stop action as some of the world's best players take the court. Featuring Olympic medalist Misha Hancock and Jordan Thompson. Love Houston is ready to compete for the season's first championship title. Get your tickets now for this historic first season. Visit lovb.com today. Volleyball is the next major league.
Paetow kicks off, and from the 18-yard line, it's Mike Brown shifting toward the middle of the field, making moves. A flag comes in. He gets across the 35, far sideline, still going. Gets to midfield before they usher him out. They never got him down. But I think this is going to come back. The flag was thrown back at the 35-yard line. You know what? I was just hoping that we would get one or more of the Fulsher volleyball players to come up here and join us on the concourse. And I know it's possible that we have some folks in the stands listening to this game. By the way, they get Braden Kanak for the blindside block. Anyway, so if there's someone in the stands that is listening to this game and you have a volleyball player sitting anywhere near you, then tell them we would like to do an in-game interview where we talk about how it went in their sweep. Yeah, that's right, a sweep of Cinco Ranch. All right, the penalty takes it all the way back to the Fulsher 15, and they're going to go with that heavy run package with Zane Smith under center. He takes the snap and runs left. He is tripped up and limited to a 2-yard gain. Corday Christ has been doing that throughout the game. He's very quick, and somehow he's got a knack for just reaching out and hitting lower legs of ball carriers and knocking them down. 2nd down and 8. Fulsher leading 44-27. Have the ball on the left hash mark at their own 17. Smith is running right. Zigging and zagging, dives over the 20 to the 23. It'll be 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Ball will be at the 22-yard line.
Kylan White, the linebacker, who's been making quite a few tackles tonight for Paetow, came through on that one. Fulsher definitely does not want to punt the football away, so they will give it their all on 3rd down and 3. Nearly every player who's in a position to block is pointing at someone like, I got that guy. There goes Smith. He's fighting. I don't think he's going to get the 1st down. He didn't. He only got 1 when he needed 3. So Fulsher will punt it away with the line of scrimmage being the 23. Surely they will punt it away. You got to have some major cojones if you're going to go for it on 4th and 2 from your own 28 when you're up by 17 in a playoff game. And that's just what they're going to do. Do they realize what down it is? I'm sure they do. Smith keeping it. diving. He came up short. He didn't make it. That's a 1-yard gain, and it's going to be Paetow football inside the 25 of Fulsher. And again, I'm not sure who made the tackle, but if it was an ankle tackle, it's probably Christ. He is so quick, he can slip through there, and he trips people up. All right, here we go. The Fulsher defense needs to stand up and pick up the offense. 7:20 to go in the third.
Ball is at the 24-yard line. First and 10 for the Panthers.
24-yard line as Paetow goes right to left. That is from west to east on this cool night. Cool and getting cooler. The ball on the near hash mark. Terrence Johnson, the running back. They send Nobu in motion. Farrar swings it to Nobu, who came across the backfield, gets inside the 20 and near the 10. And Logan Hudson bulldogs him down near the far sideline. But that's a first down. Think of First Tyrant Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttyrantauto.com. 15-yard pickup. No, make it a 16-yard pickup, and it's first and goal at the 8. Farrar looks to the end zone, throws it up there, and it's caught by Nobu for a touchdown. Paetow has scored to make it 44-33 with the extra point to come.
That's a touchdown for the Panthers.
This game is getting more exciting than it needs to be at this juncture as Omar Yagi comes on to kick the extra point. Gets it up in the air, and it is good. 44-34. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Ooh, we got a question. Brian W. asks, it's the holiday season and I'm looking for deals. Is Xfinity having a Black Friday sale?
Well, Brian, we got you covered. Get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Just ask us how. Plus, you can also get fast, reliable Xfinity internet with a line of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited for a great low price.
So don't wait. Bring home a new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence.
And connect to reliable 5G and Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on Xfinity Mobile.
That's a big deal.
More like a gig deal.
Now through December 3rd, ask how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us with an unlimited plus line. Plus, get Xfinity Gigabit internet with free Wi-Fi equipment for only $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add unlimited mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale to learn more. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires Xfinity Gateway. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Gig speeds available via hotspots to Xfinity Mobile customers only. Reduced speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Actual internet speeds and data thresholds may vary.
Well, it was 44-21 at the half, and now it's 44-34. And here's the kickoff by Paetow. It's a short one that bounces. They got to get on it. And Hicks does, dives and recovers it at the 27. So, you know, you think about what the Texans have been doing lately, coming out and not scoring at all in the second half. We can't have that. No, sir. So Fulsher sends the offense back onto the field, and Ryland Forks is out there. The sophomore quarterback, I'm guessing, has played fewer than half of the snaps tonight, as they've had that special heavy running package where Zane Smith takes the snap most of the time. Fulsher up by 10, 6:52 to go in the third, and Forks hands it off to Broadway. Nice run on first down, 8 yards, slanting over the right side. Kylan White, another tackle. By the way, Paetow has an excellent defensive lineman, Nicholas Elko, ELKO, but he's not related to the Aggies head coach, although he's a good enough player, I'm told, by the Paetow staff that, maybe Mike Elko would like to adopt him. He might be an Aggie someday. Who knows? All right, 2nd down and 2 after that 8-yard run. And it's a bootleg. Forks rolling to the right. He's going to keep it. He's going to run for a 1st down. Nice job. Gets to the 42. And he outruns the pursuing tackler, Kylan White. Paetow band whooping things up. 6:03 to go in the 3rd. Clock will restart on the snap. 1st and 10 from the 41 for Fulsher. There goes Broadway. And that slant play, very effective, just like when Arian Foster was playing for the Texans. He was in his heyday. And it's a 6-yard pickup over the right side. Paetow's defense, just body language telling me that maybe they're a little bit tired. Lamar Johnson made that last tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for Fulsher. And the Chargers taking time between plays. No need to rush.
2nd down for the Chargers.
Forks commanding the offense. Under center on 2nd and 4. Gives it to Zane Smith, running left. 1st down, hurdles a man inside the 35. There he goes. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and down at the 4. 1st and goal for the Chargers. Well, I guess this is a very good response after giving up a couple of touchdowns that narrowed the gap to 10. Forks under center, Broadway behind him to his left, Zane Smith behind him to his right. Give to Broadway, right side, dives into the end zone, touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run for Broadway. Makes it 50-34. And now Fulsher's going to go for 2. And if they go for 2 and make it, then they're up by 18. And I might not be a smart man, but that tells me that Paetow would need 3 touchdowns to surpass them. Middle of the field, the ball right on the 3-yard line. Forks gives it to Broadway running right. He's in the end zone. The 2-pointer is good. 52-34. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com. 4:45 to go in the 3rd.
Be the first to know. Sign up for the First Tire and Automotive email updates and be the first to hear about exclusive promotions and special offers. Plus, get a $10 off coupon for your next service just for joining. First Tire and Automotive always treats you like family and puts you first. $15 off your next battery purchase and $75 off service totaling $500 or more. Head to the website for even more specials and to set your appointment. FirstTireandAuto.com. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 26 years. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Professional volleyball is coming to Houston this January, featuring Olympic medalists Misha Hancock and Jordan Thompson. Love Houston Volleyball is Houston's newest professional team. Get ready to watch some of the world's best volleyball players, from Olympic medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars, with the action kicking off on January 9th. Visit lovb.com for more information and tickets for Love Houston matches. Volleyball is the next major league.
Okay, Fulsher kicked off. Peyton Tucker kind of looped it over the first line of players. And Ikenna Nobu made the fair catch. And they mark him at the 27-yard line. Well, Paetow's running game has been working effectively enough where they don't necessarily need to be throwing the ball down the field. Even though they're down by 3, more than, well, They'll need 3 touchdowns and to pitch a shutout the rest of the way to come through and win this game. All right, 27-yard line, 3 receivers on the right side of the formation. Jackson Farrar hands it off straight up the middle. Terrence Johnson, look out! He may be gone! And one of the Chargers grabs a piece of his waistband and brings him down, and that was Caleb Augustus. He just saved a touchdown.
That's Caleb Augustus.
Yes, indeed it is. 20-yard pickup by Terrence Johnson up the middle. They have a 1st and 10 at the Fulsher 47, and now they take as little time between plays as they can. Farrar ready. Hands it off. There goes Johnson, and Augustus wraps him up for a loss. 1 yard deep in the backfield. And it's 2nd down and 11. You know, I think during my next commercial break, I'm going to text Sidney Zimmerman, head coach of Fulsher Volleyball, and find out when they're playing Austin Westlake. Farrar on a bootleg, keeps it near side, lots of room, still going, and goes out of bounds inside the 25 of the 23. That completely fooled the Fulsher defense. He faked the handoff up the middle, and he was already around the corner and running down the field when most of the Fulsher defenders realized he had the football. 3:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 52-34, but Paetow is not going quietly. Umbrella motion from left to right and up the middle. Terrence Johnson into the end zone for a touchdown. Fulsher's defense is now looking tired. Almost untouched and in from 22 yards away. So the pressure is on the Fulsher offense. They've got to keep matching Paetow score for score, although here in the second half, Fulsher has scored 8 points and Paetow has scored 19 and looking for number 20 on the extra point kick attempt from Omar Diagi. Diagi's kick is a line drive, and it's good. 3:39 to go in the 3rd, and it is 52-41, Fulsher over Paetow.
Be the first to know. Sign up for the First Tire and Automotive email updates and be the first to hear about exclusive promotions and special offers. Plus, get a $10 off coupon for your next service just for joining. First Tire and Automotive always treats you like family and puts you first. $15 off your next battery purchase and $75 off service, totaling $500 or more. Head to the website for even more specials and to set your appointment. FirstTireandAuto.com. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 26 years. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
We are the volleyball school with 3 locations: Katy, the Woodlands, and our newest in Richmond on West Belfort. We have the best developmental volleyball program in Fort Bend. We have the high-level training you need to get on the top club and school teams, and you'll have fun doing it. Our Richmond facility is at 18120 West Belfort. Visit thevolleyballschool.com and come train with us.
Fred Hicks returning the kick for the Fulsher Chargers. 3:33 to go as he advances it out to the 40-yard line. Pretty good place for Fulsher to start, but their lead is down to 11. By the way, I have texted Sidney Zimmerman, head coach of the Fulsher Chargers volleyball team, to find out when and where they're going to play their state semifinal against Austin Westlake. They're in the Class 6A Division I bracket. All right, Ryland Forks under center. Hands it off to Zane Smith. 2 arms wrapped around the football, and there he goes across the 50 and tumbles to the 47. He got to the next level really quick there. Dejan Paetow undercutting him, sending him head over heels on the tackle. That's a first down. Think of First Tyrant Automotive. For all your car care needs, check them out at firsttyrantauto.com. 13-yard pickup by Smith. Ball right in the middle of the field as Fulsher moves from left to right. Here goes Zane Smith over the left side. Gets another first down. Exactly 10 yards to the 37. That'll move the sticks again.
Back there by number 77, Regis Spencer. Also number
When we get into the fourth quarter, I'll have some score updates for you on the ones that will be of interest to you. Actually, I said Zane Smith made the first down. He made 9.5 yards, so he did not get the first down. But I think they'll be able to take care of that on this play. Forks hands off to Broadway going right. First down and more inside the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. The race to the pylon. Did he get in? Yes! Touchdown! 38-yard run by Patrick Broadway. They made the first down and a touchdown. Well, Paetow's offense is clicking away, and they've been hard to deal with, but Fulsher's offense has been answering well enough to remain comfortably is not the right word. How about solidly ahead? They go for two again. Rylan Forks hands it off to Zane Smith. He blasts into the end zone and gets the two-pointer. 60-41 is our new score. Again, it is a margin where Paetow is going to need at least 3 touchdowns in order to save their season. 2:09 to go in the third. We'll be back.
Ooh, we got a question. Brian W. asks, it's the holiday season and I'm looking for deals. Is Xfinity having a Black Friday sale?
Well, Brian, we got you covered. Get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Just ask us how. Plus, you can also get fast, reliable Xfinity internet with a line of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited for a great low price.
So don't wait. Bring home a new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence.
And connect to reliable 5G and Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on Xfinity Mobile.
That's a big deal.
More like a gig deal.
Now through December 3rd, ask how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us with an unlimited Plus line. Plus, get Xfinity Gigabit Internet with free Wi-Fi equipment for only $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add unlimited mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale to learn more. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires Xfinity Gateway. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Gig speeds available via hotspots to Xfinity Mobile customers only. Reduced speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Actual internet speeds and data thresholds may vary.
All right, Peyton Tucker kicking off for Fulsher. There it goes. Line drive kick, and that's going to reach the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
Ball be out of the end zone. Coming back out to the 25. There goes Landon Kennedy, and he almost completed that flip. There he is, Landon Kennedy.
So next week, we know that on Friday night, our ball game to broadcast is Ridge Point against North Shore. We also know that whenever the Fulsher volleyball team takes on Austin Westlake, we will be there. But I need to know now, real soon, so I can make arrangements. And hopefully we'll have a Thursday game for you as well, maybe a Saturday one. Well, actually, on Saturday, I'm planning on being in Garland for the state volleyball final, which would involve your Fulsher Chargers. All right, Jackson Farrar with the ball at the 30-yard line. Drops back, hit as he throws. He hangs it up, and it's incomplete. Evan Ferns was all over Jackson Farrar, and he just kind of put it up. And let's see, who was backpedaling in the secondary for Fulsher and almost picked it off? That was Jace McCurdy. 2:02 to go in the third. By the way, I said the ball was at the 30-yard line. It's actually at the 25. Sorry about that. Touchback. How could I make that mistake? Anyway, Farrar, second down and 10, drops straight back, swings it out there to Johnson, makes a move to the inside, spins away from one tackler, but only gets to the 21. So it's a loss on the completion. Third down and 14 coming up for Paetow. So in the battle between the teams from Fulsher's District 26A, Katy Tigers are beating up on A-Leaf Elsick. They will win that game easily. Richmond Foster, fantastic effort last night. They were kind of outmanned against Jordan, but they only lost by 8 points, 22-14. We have a timeout taken by Fulsher, and I think this would be a good time for me to stay right here and tell you what else happened among the teams that come out of Fulsher's District 26A. And let's see, one of those is Strake Jesuit, and the last time we checked on their game, they were ahead. Okay, so while the teams talk strategy, I'll go looking for that one. Kingwood leading Clear Springs in the fourth quarter. It's 28-20, and the winner of that one, which is a 6A Division II bracket game, will play Manville next week. Manville beat Hightower last night. Lamar leads Cy-Fair 21-13. So that game's just in the third quarter. It's still anybody's game, and Fulsher, if they close out this victory, will play either Lamar or Cy-Fair, whoever survives that one. Atascocita leading Dickinson 44-26 in the third. More scores in a moment, but now back to the field. Third down and 14. Paetow really needs this conversion. They're at their own 21, dropping back as Farrar. Here comes the rush. He's in trouble. Spins away from it, and he's hit as he throws. Far sideline, out of bounds. And Paetow almost surely will punt it away with 1:08 to go in the third and trailing by 19, 60-41. Pearland is stretching it out against Fort Bend Travis. The Tigers' season will be over. They're down 38-0 in the fourth.
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown back to receive the punt from Yagi. The snap is a good one. Fulsher doesn't rush it. There it goes. It's a high hanging kick. Fair catch called for and made by Brown at his own 49. And Fulsher will go back on offense again. And if they can turn this possession into a touchdown, I think the competitive part of this game will be over. All right. I was talking about Strake Jesuit. Looks like they're going to beat Tompkins. They're up 49-36 in the fourth. Katy, meanwhile, beating A-Leaf Elsick, not surprisingly. It is 65-13. Elsick came into that game with a record of 2-8. Fulsher fans like making that noise, banging their feet against the aluminum bleachers. Ryland Forks under center. Sends a man in motion. That's Braden Kennedy, but he doesn't move much. Now give to Broadway over the right side. He slips, puts a move on a guy, and gets 10 yards. Wow, Patrick Broadway just did not want to go down.
And a handoff, number 8.
All the way to the 41, and that will move the sticks. It's a first down. Think of First Tyrant Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttyrantauto.com.
Broadway gets another Chargers.
The Woodlands College Park is leading Westfield 10-7 in the fourth. I don't think that would be a huge upset, but I think it would be kind of an upset. All right, now looking at some Class 5A scores. College Station leading Crosby 41-10 in the fourth. Forks hands off to Broadway, and there goes Patrick with a quick 8 yards on the right side, and Forks got hit hard as he handed the football off. Kind of a kidney shot, it looked like. And I think it was Kylan White, the linebacker, who hit him. And Forks is kind of walking around a little uncomfortably. But that's the end of the third quarter, and since I was giving you scores, I'm just going to stay here and give you a few more. A&M Consolidated is going to eliminate Friendswood from the playoffs, those being the Class 5A Division I playoffs. A&M Consolidated 62 and Friendswood 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, sportsmanship
That's in the
is a
fourth.
vital part of athletics. University of Scholastic League and its member schools are dedicated to
Galveston Ball is going to survive the first round of the playoffs. They are leading Houston Waltrip 28-14 in the fourth. But the sad thing is they don't have Jonah Williams. What an outstanding player he is, but they lost him to injury in the first half of the season. I mean, he is a super talent who can do almost anything, score from almost anywhere. By the way, Sidney Zimmerman, head volleyball coach at Fulsher, just texted me, and they are still working on, oh, wait a minute. All right, we know they're playing Tuesday at 6:30. The question is where. They're still working on that. So Fulsher versus Austin Westlake on Tuesday at 6:30. I would love to hear those conversations. Smithson Valley beat South San Antonio. By the way, Smithson Valley is Coach Sidney Zimmerman's alma mater. So I root for Smithson Valley because she's awesome. Here we go, 2nd down and 2. Give to Patrick Creighton. Not sure. Yeah, that's right. Not Patrick Creighton. That's somebody else. And I can't believe I'm mentioning his name. Creighton Dickey, because he's with a competitor, like someone can compete with VypeFortBend.com. Anyway, it was Creighton Dickey. He made the first down at the 25-yard line, and the Chargers are on the march as we have transition into the fourth quarter. Forks is back out there. He's doing okay. Turns around, hands it off, and runs over to the right. Creighton Dickey again. Breaks one tackle, but can't break the second one. He's limited to a 1-yard pickup down to the 24. 2nd down and 9.
Second down for the Chargers.
Brenham leading Texas City 38-0. Texas City, one of the rivals of Randall in their district. Texas City's not a bad team, but I hear Brenham's pretty good. And Randall, if they win next week, would play Brenham probably right after that. 2nd down and 9. Forks turns around, hands it off to Zane Smith. He and his blonde hair get 2 yards over the left side. And submarining to make an innovative tackle, Brandon Brown. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 coming up. Iowa Colony in the same district as Texas City and Randall and Fort Bend Marshall, leading at Killeen Ellison 47-6. And by the way, Marshall won easily over Waco University last night. I can't remember the final, but it was a runaway. 3rd down and 7. And the snap to Creighton Dickey, hands it off to Patrick Broadway inside. Zigging and zagging, 15, 10. Looking for the pylon. He got there. Touchdown. 22-yard run, Patrick Broadway. And Fulsher has just scored 66 points. And I think that'll be the dagger right there. And they're going to go for 2 again. It's what they do. By the way, Port Neches Groves, PNG in Class 5A Division II leads Hallsville 43-13 in the fourth. They're in Region 2. Marshall and Randall don't have to worry about them till late in the process. There goes Broadway. Sweeping right, could not get into the end zone, so the score will stick at 66. But that tells you that even if Paetow scored 3 touchdowns and got a 2-pointer after each one, they would still lose 66-65. So as far as being a proponent of going for 2, nothing further, Your Honor. We'll be back.
Be the first to know. Sign up for the First Tire and Automotive email updates and be the first to hear about exclusive promotions and special offers. Plus, get a $10 off coupon for your next service just for joining. First Tire and Automotive always treats you like family and puts you first. $15 off your next battery purchase and $75 off service totaling $500 or more. Head to the website for even more specials and to set your appointment. FirstTireandAuto.com. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 26 years. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Here's the kickoff from Peyton Tucker. And he drills it deep. That should go into the end zone. It does. Oh, finally down here at the end of the stadium where we're set up, I can finally tell you who's been returning kicks. It is Dorian Petit-Frere. Dorian Petit-Frere. He's a Haitian.
Will be on VypeFortBend.com.
Oh yeah, they're telling the crowd that we're doing the next volleyball match. It's a big one.
It's always free to listen live or later on VypeFortBend.com podcast. The podcast home for Fulsher Smith.
I really like the PA guy here at Traylor Stadium. He's awesome. All of them, but that one in particular. All right, 1st and 10 from the 25 for Paetow, trailing 66-41. Farrar hands it off up the middle. Terrence Johnson broke away. It looked like he was going to go down, but he didn't. And he runs out of bounds at the 40-yard line. You got to like his perseverance. Got a nice block downfield also from Jeremy McCullough.
Johnson gets a first down at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Paetow.
He had kind of leaped up, Terrence Johnson did, and looked like maybe he kind of came down on someone's back. His knees were on someone's back, and then his feet were back on the ground. And he said, well, I'm going to keep running. From the 40, 1st and 10. It is Zeno trying the left, and he's buried. Logan Hudson finished it off, but Sheldon Rice hit him first. Loss of 1. Loss of 2.
Defense,
2nd down and 12.
Rice leads the tacklers.
And before Paetow snaps it again, we're under 9 minutes to go in the game.
2nd and 11.
Fulsher will prevail. It's been a great night to be a Charger. Here's the snap to Farrar. He drops back and he throws it over the middle. It's a 50-50 ball knocked away. But interference is going to be called again. I don't think this is warranted. I think Jerome Drain didn't do anything wrong, but they do call pass interference, and that'll be a 1st down as they were trying to get it to Nobu. By the way, thank you, Bill Stevens. Defensive pass interference is the call. So there's something I need to tell you before we get to the end of the game, because I don't want to be short with anyone. Ball at the 46-yard line after the penalty is walked off, and there goes Terrence Johnson running left. Caleb Augustus chasing him and finally catches up to him, but he does manage to get to the edge and turn it up for about a 6-yard pickup. Okay, so I have 4 Leonetti Graphics banners around this stadium, and I'm going to need to take them all down. So I got to get my equipment out to the car, put it in the car, and then come back into the stadium and try to get all the banners down before they lock all the gates. So when the game's over, I will say goodbye quickly. Paetow has thrown a rainbow down the far sideline and completed it, so they'll have a 1st down and goal. Sorry I didn't describe that one to you, but we do have a game that's kind of out of hand. Okay, I got to get the ID on this receiver. He made a great catch. I need him to turn his back to me. He hasn't done that yet. All right, so they give it off to Terrence Johnson up the middle, gets to the 5-yard line. I think Cameron Green was the receiver who made a great catch on the far sideline. And
by number 43, Sheldon Rice.
so now it's going to be second down and goal from the 5. Sheldon Rice just made that tackle on Terrence Johnson. Farrar in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson, weaving his way through traffic, but the traffic is heavy and he goes down after a gain of just 1. So it'll be third down and goal at the 4. And the clock will be at about 7 minutes to go when they get it snapped. They are huddling, so it'll be well under 7 minutes. But Paetow down 66-41 is not in any particular hurry. Farrar is under center, and he hands it off, and there goes Zeno fighting for the goal line. He came up short. He's down at the 1. It'll be 4th and goal from there.
It is 4th down and goal for Panthers.
All right, I know the Chargers don't want to give up a touchdown here, even though they're going to win the game. There goes Farrar diving into the scrum, and they're going to run up from the sides and unpile all the bodies. There's a lot of time being taken, and it's a touchdown. 1-yard touchdown plunge for Jackson Farrar.
That's a touchdown.
That ups the ante, I guess lowers the ante now that the lead is smaller, 66-47. Paetow playing the fight song, which is just, they borrowed one on Wisconsin. That's what that one is. Looks like Paetow's going to go for 2. Farrar has Zeno to his left. Farrar looking over at the bench. Something's not right. They may need a timeout. They take one. We'll take it with them and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Professional volleyball is coming to Houston this January, featuring Olympic medalists Micah Hancock and Jordan Thompson. Love Houston Volleyball is Houston's newest professional team. Get ready to watch some of the world's best volleyball players, from Olympic medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars, with the action kicking off on January 9th. Visit LOVB.com for more information and tickets for Love Houston matches. Volleyball is the next major league.
Well, when Fulsher started playing 6A football for the first time, they went to Pearland and won at the Rig in their season opener. They haven't lost a 6A game, and they are passing the test tonight in their first 6A playoff game. 2-point try by Paetow. Farrar rolls to his left, looking end zone, throws near the pylon, caught. No good. I'm sorry.
And the extra point try is no good.
All right, sorry, a cough got out before I could remove my headset. So the 2-point play fails, 66-47. Fulsher still up by 19, 6:20 to go. We'll be back.
Ooh, we got a question. Brian W. asks, it's the holiday season and I'm looking for deals. Is Xfinity having a Black Friday sale?
Well, Brian, we got you covered. Get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Just ask us how. Plus, you can also get fast, reliable Xfinity internet with a line of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited for a great low price.
So don't wait. Bring home a new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence.
And connect to reliable 5G and Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on Xfinity Mobile.
That's a big deal.
More like a gig deal.
Now through December 3rd, ask how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us with an unlimited plus line. Plus, get Xfinity Gigabit Internet with free Wi-Fi equipment for only $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add unlimited mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale to learn more. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires Xfinity Gateway. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Gig speeds available via hotspots to Xfinity Mobile customers only. Reduced speeds after use and monthly data included with your data option. Actual internet speeds and data thresholds may vary.
Always down by Jonathan Chipman.
Paetow tried an onside kick, but Fulsher recovered it. It was Jonathan Chipman.
And the ball is being placed at the...
And Fulsher has it at the 42-yard line with 6:20 to go. So it is too early to go into victory formation or take a knee, so Fulsher will probably try to get something on the board, and wouldn't it be something to say you got more than 70 points in your first ever playoff game in Class 6A. And the points are necessary. It's not like they're running it up. Paetow's offense has been clicking so well, Fulsher's had to keep them at arm's length. And we got a whistle and a timeout taken by Fulsher prior to that snap. 6:18 to go. We'll step away and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Introducing Love Houston, professional volleyball like you've never seen it before. You saw them win silver in Paris this summer. Now you can see them playing for the first time on American soil. Love Houston will feature some of the best pro players in the world, including two-time Olympic medalists Jordan Thompson and Micah Hancock. Get ready for first serve in January 2025. Visit lovb.com for tickets. Volleyball is the next major league.
Leanetti Graphics, the gold standard in Fort Bend County for screen printing, embroidery, banners, signs, t-shirts, and all kinds of specialty items. Whatever you need to advertise or show school spirit, team spirit, or company spirit, nobody does it better than Leanetti Graphics. We started creating our products in an apartment 23 years ago, and now our state-of-the-art facility in Stafford has everything to make your vision come true. Call your friends at Leanetti Graphics, 281-499-4959. Leanetti Graphics, the official banner provider for VypeFortBend.com.
And off the number
While you
0.
were away, you missed one play. It was Zane Smith running for 7 yards over the left side. Gets it out to the Fulsher 48. And we have less than 6 minutes remaining in the game. Fulsher's offense looking over at the sideline, taking their time. Now they move up to the line of scrimmage and get lined up. Ignore that. Okay. Give to Demarius Froh, running right. Close to the first down. I think he's a yard short.
Demarius Froh on the carry for the Chargers. Gets into the...
Okay. I found out a little something about the Fulsher versus Westlake State semifinal. It'll either be in College Station or Seguin. If it's in Seguin, I'm going to go to the square downtown and sit on the world's largest pecan. 3rd down and 1. Ryland Forks under center, one running back behind him. I believe that is Demarius Froh. The fake to the running back, rolling right as Forks, keeps it. Flags come in, spins away, keeps on going inside the 40 to the 38.
Forks on the keeper. We have a little bit of laundry on the field.
And that is, hold on a second. That's a 12-yard pickup if it stands, but I think it may be coming back. You know, this is a comfortable win, and some of the Fulsher fans are going to start heading for the exits. All right, so as you heard from Bill Stevens, the penalty is against Fulsher. Chargers up 66-47. And we'll play either Lamar or Cy-Fair next week. By the way, my favorite East Texas town, Longview, my favorite school in that town is Longview Pine Tree. And in the third quarter, they lead Bridge City 28-20. Okay, third down and 11. Forks swings it out to Braden Kennedy. Can't get away from his tackler. Nice, persistent tackle by Derek Thomas. So it's going to be fourth down rather, and 6.
Fourth down for the Chargers.
And the Chargers with the power to let the clock go down under 4 minutes before they snap it again will probably just go for it. It's just their way. I'm not sure the Fulsher offense has the play given to them yet. The play clock is at 4-3. They're going to call a timeout here, I think. They do. And while they're taking that timeout, we'll see if there's anything else that you might want to know on tonight's big scoreboard. Okay, well, Fort Bend Crawford. What a great season for that team in its first ever varsity year. They don't even have seniors. And Crawford had a fine season, a winning season. They make it to the playoffs, but Houston Worthing looks like they're going to defeat Fort Bend Crawford 35-21, that game in the fourth period. They play in Class 4A Division II. And one of the teams in their district is Navasota, and the Rattlers at halftime are leading Houston Yates 35-18. And one of my favorite teams, just because of their nickname, the Port Lavaca Calhoun Sand Crabs, defeated Zapata 64-14. That game's over. I'm getting into some of the smaller town schools. All right, Fulsher with a fourth down, and let's call it 5 from their own 47. Will go for it with 3:35 to go, and Zane Smith is going to be under center. Creighton Dickey is behind him. Here goes Smith, turns it up. He's got the first down. He's still going inside the 45 to the 44. And maybe Fulsher will never have to give the ball back to Paetow as they wrap up this ball game. Okay, so when this game is over, I am going to need to say a very quick goodbye. And I hope you understand, but it's not like we won't be talking to each other again soon. Tuesday, 6:30 in either Seguin or College Station. Fulsher's playing volleyball. And VypeFortBend.com will be there. Smith still under center on 1st and 10, and a swing pass to Mike Brown through his hands out of bounds. And they call it an incomplete pass, but it shouldn't be an incomplete pass. It was actually thrown backwards. Very slightly, but backwards. So, if it had not flown out of bounds after it went off Mike Brown's hands, it would have been a live ball. 2nd down and 10, and the incomplete pass stops the clock with 2:56 to go. 4 receivers on the near side. Brown, Jametta, Braden Kennedy, and I forgot who the other one is. 2nd down and 10, there goes Smith to the right. Had an open side over there, inside the 30, still going down the sideline. Fighting, getting down to the 10. And I think there will be a face mask call at the end of this play. So Fulsher striving to score 70 points tonight. 2:49 still left on the clock. And it's a 1st down and 10 at the 12-yard line. But I think that'll change. It'll become 1st and goal when they mark off the penalty yardage. Oh! I assumed that it was on the defense, and they say that it is Zane Smith who committed the personal foul, grabbing the face mask. So sorry about that. I should not have assumed. All right, Broadway, Jametta, Brown, and Kennedy. The foursome over here on the near side, and a whistle. They were going to run the exact same play out of the exact same formation, but it's a false start on Fulsher. A little bit of a sloppy end of the game, but oh well. Couldn't really ask for better for Fulsher as far as just coming through with a victory, although you do want them to shore up the defense. Just can't be giving up as many big plays as they have to Paetow tonight going forward, but that's why they practice. All right, first down and 15. There's the run over the left side. Creighton Dickey, he only gets a couple of yards.
Handoff is given to number
Nicholas Elko makes the tackle.
And Creighton Dickey takes it across inside the 30-yard line.
2.5 minutes, clock ticking down.
For the Chargers.
Second down and 13. Now Smith has his lineman go down, and he rolls to the right. He wants to pass it, and he's throwing it to no one.
And Zane Smith.
And I didn't even see a receiver out there. So the stoppage of the clock on the incomplete pass leaves 2 minutes, 3 seconds to go. They bring Patrick Broadway back in. Okay, here we go. Dickey and Smith, and it's a bad snap. Smith picks it up. He's hit. He tries to get rid of it. He does, but nobody's down there. Trey Jametta was actually open, but he couldn't find him. So, you know, when you're up 66-47, you don't expect to be throwing incomplete passes to stop the clock. It's 4th and 13. I don't think we have a flag. Maybe we do have a flag for intentional grounding. But Jametta was in the area. He was probably, within about 10 yards of where that ball hit the ground. It is grounding. The fans don't like it, but Fulsher's got the game. That's what really matters. But it'll be 4th and forever, but I'm sure they're going to go for it. I mean, why not? Well, they could punt it away. Fulsher has not punted tonight. They do bring in Ryland Forks, and I presume they're calling a pass here. They have the ball at the 40-yard line. It is 4th and 23. Braden Kennedy split out to the right. Mike Brown on the near side. Both of them have caught touchdown passes tonight. Mike Brown is offsides. I don't know if they're going to call him for it. They should. 4th down and 23. Forks looking at Brown. It's the out and up move, but the pass is out of bounds, incomplete. And the ball will go over. Forks went down as he released the football. And I think some Fulsher fans are looking for a roughing the passer, but no such call is forthcoming. So success for Fulsher in round 1 of the playoffs, and next for them it is either Lamar or Cy-Fair. Katy Paetow was a dangerous opponent, but Fulsher has passed the test. And now Paetow will try to get some more points on the board, but Farrar drops the snap and has to scurry back and jump on it. It's a loss of 6. Clock ticking, and it'll be well under 1.5 minutes to go when we get it snapped again. Farrar on 2nd down and 18, fakes a handoff, throws a swing pass over on the left side. And a decent game, maybe 6 yards on the play as he threw a pass out there to Jeremy McCullough. And going out of bounds stops the clock. Going in motion is Johnson. Empty backfield for Farrar. Steps up in the pocket. Hit and goes down.
There on the tackles, number 9, Okie Toby.
Okie Toby with the tackle, or the sack, I should say. 56 seconds to go, and Paetow takes. Man, I hope this is their last timeout, but as it turns out, no, it isn't. They have one more. And you know what I'm doing? I'm starting to put stuff away because I got to make the quick getaway. Got to cut down the banners. Great sound out of the Fulsher band as always. They never lose. All right, Fulsher's defense goes back out there. And it is 4th down and 18 to go for Paetow. Their last stand as they trail 66-47. Farrar drops back. Here comes the rush. He airmails it down the field. It's a 50-50 ball, and it is picked off by Fulsher. David Obenor. And that'll do it. It's time to go into victory formation.
Interception.
Our final score is going to be 66-47.
Give it up for David Obenor.
I want to thank Christina Weber for being the silent partner inside the mothership at Vype World headquarters. And thank you for listening. And for the first Saturday in 12 weeks, I won't be doing anything broadcast-wise.
Chargers ball at the 27-yard line.
Fulsher with the ball at the 27, and the victory formation includes Zane Smith as the tackler of last resort. They surround Ryland Forks. He'll take a knee, and I think he'll only need to do that one time. Yep, that'll do it. And good sportsmanship. We've had a good, clean game here. Not too many penalties. And Fulsher will not need to snap the football again. Good job, Chargers. It's on to the next. 66-47. So for Christina Weber, Bob McKay, Merle Bertrand, Suna Venkat, Patrick Kinnick, everybody who's a part of VipeFortBend.com, thanks for being with us. The final again, 66-47. Fulsher defeats Paetow. And we'll continue our coverage of volleyball and football playoffs next week on your one and only broadcast home for Fort Bend County High School sports. Good night, everybody, and God bless.
As you leave Traylor Stadium, please remember all participants involved in tonight's contest gave their very best effort. Please help show your support for these fine student athletes by acting in a sportsmanlike manner. Thank you all for a very good season. We'll see you next time here at Traylor Stadium. Congratulations to the Fulsher Chargers.